guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you are down here in Utherg, out near a frosty castle belonging to the Gloam, a race of white elves that asked for assistance in getting the moon to stop shining upon them in exchange for the moonstones. You've recovered the moonstones, and Testudinidae has taken them. He is currently involved in making sure that they're okay and is guarding them with his life. As you guys are currently at peace, it is daytime. What would you like to do in this cold, miserable place?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm with the Gloam right now.
Correct.
So I'm chilling, literally and figuratively.
Understood. So you're going to be training with the Gloam. That was the plan, was that you would train with the Gloam.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So as Aimer heads off to receive snow training, what would Ricard, Echo, Sweet August Rose, and Brennan do?
Well, we didn't get the 120,000, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, what are we gonna tell that Lucian Stain guy?
We don't have to tell him anything. We didn't explicitly agree. I think the plan was we just traded maps, and the plan was if we did kick them out, we'd say we fulfilled the deal, and if he tried to stiff us, we'd bully him until he gave us the money. But we didn't do what we didn't do. You know that, so I suppose it's back to the drawing board.
Yeah, for money, at least. But, I mean, we might have gained something more important in the long run if these Gloam can help us down the road.
They are quite capable.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe we can lure Vagradan over here somehow? Who knows?
Well,
We just need to give him a heads up.
Yeah. Give him a heads up. Just let Testudinidae stand in the same spot for a few hours, and there'll be enough smoke that he'll be able to see it.
Stand in a copse of trees.
Yeah. It's an ecological disaster.
Well,
that wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first one of the group. That's for sure.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think it's that visible because sure the steam rises from his little bubble, but then it rises out of the bubble and probably goes only like 2 feet before it refreezes and falls again. So like,
that's a fun punishment, actually.
All right. Well, I suppose we could head back to Nausha. The last I checked, the board was completely empty.
Feels like we only have a couple things on our to-do list. One, make some money. And two, investigate whatever plans you have, Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm about as ready as I can be. I can't think of any more allies I can get that would come to the area. I suppose I can call in my favorite Nausha. Yeah, I suppose there's some work I can do in Nausha. I want to switch out some of these items that aren't as useful as they used to be. Try to get this thing up to full power, she says as she flicks the rose and leaf hilt in her staff.
Oh.
Okay, maybe a trip to Nausha, do a little bit of shopping, see if there might be some easy money to make.
Yeah, I have to talk to several people. I have to talk to Mr. Verm. I got to talk to the Far Boilers. I got to talk to Judith. I've already spoken to Miss Olia Dark, so I don't need to talk to her for a while. And I suppose we could check with the consortium to see if they have any work to do. Though most of the jobs they have are chump change.
By your guys' standards,
What
that's
do
very
we
accurate.
Yeah, yeah. What do we need the money for? What are we building or trying to acquire? Just out of curiosity.
I need weapons. I want to try and build a bomb. You still have those breath glands, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, they're not dragon breath glands. They're polar bear breath glands, but maybe, Farboiler can work with that. I mean, how different can it be?
I have no idea. They all do stuff. Just might do different stuff.
Let's see if I can and then I need to talk to Basil. He still owes me a favor, so I can call that in.
It sounds like Suagasaurus has some stuff to do. I don't know. Rickard, I have nothing. I can come and support, but
I mean,
There's nothing in particular that I need money for, but being a broke king is a little bit embarrassing.
That's fair.
is it broke or is it just you don't have the direct connection with the trust fund?
I think that money's being put to good use.
Yeah.
all right, Echo, can you take us out of here?
Yeah, I'll teleport us to Naushan.
All right. So you guys can teleport to Nausha. You are very familiar with the place. Therefore, you do not need to roll because you're guaranteed to land there. And as you arrive, Shadrach is there to greet you. Greetings, gentlemen. Lady, how is
Hello,
your
Shadrach.
day?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't make the 120,000.
Such a shame. I'm sure you could have put it to great use.
Yep, we could have, but
I regret to inform you that there is nothing exciting going on today. Dragons. No invasion of religious zealots. No riots in the streets. It's so boring.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
really wish we had been here during that Joseph Sai invasion.
Likewise, it would have been very helpful to have such powerful warriors as yourselves.
I mean, at the very least, we could have captured the boats and sold them. But
They've apparently been repurposed. Each of them was claimed by the Blue Cloaks and then sold off to the various organizations and individuals.
yeah, I heard the ones that didn't burn got either claimed and sold off. But well.
There is one currently for sale by the consortium, if you're interested.
I don't need to spend money. I need to make money.
Simply an opportunity, sir. Ma'am. It's hard to tell.
I mean, how long have you been a what?
A demi-lich?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, several hundred years. I think it's closer to 3. It's hard to count on fingers when you don't have any, and these are facsimiles.
Oh, you're just a youngin'.
Indeed, sir.
Oh, that's right. Because he when he says fingers, he doesn't actually move them because he can't. Because it's just him stuck on top of a mannequin. Like I
Right.
imagine underneath the cloak, there's like wheels, and it just kind of wheels around when he moves.
No, he just hovers. He's just got
Yeah.
fly, and he's just gliding a good inch off the ground, just
They
all
just
around.
they just stuck a mannequin to the skull.
That's exactly what they've done.
That's pretty funny. I'll never get over that.
It's dumb as all shit, but it's funny. And when someone finally comes in and decides to attack Shadrach, it's going to be a great reveal. I stab it right in the chest. It does nothing. What? Your sword goes clean through him. It comes out, no blood.
Right.
What?
I lop his head off. Okay.
What?
Exactly. So it's going to be a great reveal whenever that happens.
Well, Shadrach, if anything interesting happens, you know where to find us.
Of course, sirs, ma'am. Whenever you need us, you know we'll be here.
All right. Well, let's go to the consortium. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be like a, I don't know, 10,000 gold job or something.
All right. Well, you guys can leave there and head towards the Longstriders Consortium. As you guys are making your way there, there's people walking around and having a good time. It's been a while since you guys just had a calm day without any adventure. You guys spent a long time walking through the snow, miserable. Are you guys going to change out of your cold weather clothing?
Rose already threw all of hers away. You can check her sheet. I already deleted all of
You
it.
deleted it. Okay. So this is F that noise, we're not being cold anymore. Understood. Someone likes living in San Antonio. Just saying.
Yeah, So yeah, she basically instantly got rid of that, and yeah, she'll just walk up to the job board. Last time we were here, Stain had apparently cleaned everything off of it, but
Yep. As you come in, Brad greets you at the door. Hey, how's it going? Do you need some food, drinks, anything? Wine is it, right? Always wine.
water for me, please.
Damn, it was one or the other. Anyway, I'll be right back, and we'll go and fetch you some water. As you head over to the job board, there's a couple jobs on there. It's starting to pick back up. Apparently, since you guys claimed the big job, the Lost Lore Company has kind of slacked on picking everything up. There's a job to escort a shipment out into the wilds from Luther, a local merchant, and it's paying 150 gold pieces. There's another job to exterminate some rats that's going to pay 10 gold.
Oh shit, we need to do that one. We never did that. If we want to 100% complete the game, we gotta do the rat in the basement.
Gotta do the rat quest.
I've got some late game progress that's being held up by that one.
If you guys want to do the rat quest, we can do the rat quest in about 3, 2, 1. Amer has killed all the rats and taken their bodies.
Except Amers across the world.
Yeah,
He still did it.
yeah, he still did it back in there because the Globe are teaching you how to kill rats.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There you
How to
go.
kill rats across the world.
Rodents of an
RUSs?
unusual
Yes.
size. Yeah.
I don't think they actually exist.
No one does. I mean,
Exactly. That's
Oh,
just the
wow.
appropriate line. So there's not any big jobs on the job board.
starting to feel like maybe I overpaid when I put that 5,000 gold job on the board.
You did.
Well, maybe it was an investment. You know, like we said, you never know. At least what the Glomar teaching Amer might help out in the long run.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, Amer. How long is he gonna be there, by the way? Did he say?
I think we said a week. We started off with a week. But you can
Oh,
probably
dear.
get someone to send a sending spell to him as well.
Echo,
So-
do you know the sending spell?
Echo, do you have sending?
Yeah, I know all spells. There's only a few I don't know.
Because of Wish. Is how he's doing that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and, it won't be long before I actually do know almost all spells.
Like how I can teleport anywhere to whenever.
Yeah, I found a couple of feats that get you pretty close to knowing almost everything in the game. The problem is you're spinning a wish. You're spinning a ninth level spell on ascending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to
Yeah.
just buy a scroll for that.
Oh,
Well, while you're standing there, a swirl of black mist appears next to you and rises into a humanoid shape with 2 horns, dressed fairly well. He looks at you. Sweet August Rose, I believe.
You know, we've never gotten your name, but don't you like to go by the agent or something like that? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
That is correct. However, to be more formal, my name is Sumar.
Sumar.
We've seen you around, but it's nice to actually exchange names.
I am to pass a message along verbally only. Ash Laurel wishes you to know that the flowers are ready to be delivered.
Ah. Well, yeah, I'm aware. My other self is organizing that effort right now.
She says that the bouquet has been gathered, and should you wish to review them, you should visit when you have the opportunity.
Well, Rose will actually, because she has that ring of telepathy on her, for connecting her to her shadow, so she will see where the shadow is. Like, what's it doing right now?
Okay. The shadow. Awesome. I'm glad you asked. The shadow is currently off in the city streets of Bourbon. Here.
Oh, must be
Flitting-
monsoon season.
Flitting from one alley to the next, trying to avoid the various entities and creatures in the streets. It's trying to follow someone. And then here's your connection. What do you say to
And-
yourself?
Just update. How are things going?
We've gotten 10 of the flowers ready to go. We have dossiers on several of the lieutenants, and we're still working on more.
All right. Have you been able to case the castle yet?
They're very well guarded. But I think we may have a couple of leads within the dossiers. Perhaps you should review them when you come. We could make some plans.
Yeah, and I could tell you what. When you have the opportunity, try to astrally project into the castle if you can. Use as much as your keys you're able. When I come to Bourbon, I will refresh you, and make another. I've
Meaning
grown
you'll
since
kill me and summon a new one.
It's not killing you. You're my shadow. It's
Will
more
I
like reattaching
die?
you. There's no such thing as death.
True. True. It's you, so I'm just gonna agree.
Yeah. Don't be such a baby.
As you lie to yourself, that's perfectly fine.
It's not a lie.
You can absolutely die.
Death is an illusion.
Uh-huh.
Tell that to Aimer. Okay.
It's a metaphor, but monk
The
stuff.
old
But
escape
anyways,
tunnel that Sir Roderick took you through is
yeah.
not intact.
I figured as much. It was worth a shot to check.
Not only is it not intact, it has been sealed and poured over. They have some kind of liquid stone that solidifies.
Cement?
Yes. I believe that is the term they used for it.
That's not surprising. The tunnel, we used it over a century ago. He's been living there ever since. It's not surprising that I found it in the time. It was worth a shot. Good work. There's some things I have to take care of. I'm working on the bomb. I'm trying to I'm confirming with Mr. Verm and our various alliances, or non-flower alliances, to see if they'll still hold up their end of the deals. I'll come visit
You'll
shortly.
kill them if they don't, won't you?
I mean, maybe. It just depends.
Very well. I'm casing another lieutenant. I'm at 18 so far.
Good work. Let me know when you're ready to try to contact Leandro.
I've already tried. The paper bird was eaten out of the air.
I'll send another.
Very well.
Yeah, the point is to just try to get a meeting with him. Well, you know why I'm doing it.
I know.
It's important that we speak to him.
I'm uncertain if he will come out alone. He doesn't come out often.
It's okay. You know, go to one of the shops and get some makeup or some lipstick. Put the lipstick on and sign the letter with a kiss. That might pique his interest.
Really?
I mean, when we scried him, he did seem to have a bunch of women around him. It's worth a shot.
Perhaps so. I will give it a try.
It doesn't hurt to try. Yeah.
All right. So you are going to try to seduce or at least distract Leandro Cervantes using a booty call. Understood.
Yes. It's a mysterious admirer wants him to meet outside the castle. You know,
Just pimping yourself out.
I mean, he's on top of his game, man. And like, yeah, I know he had like an ex-wife and things like that didn't work out, and who knows? You know, maybe he might be. You know, he might have his interest piqued and actually come out of the castle to talk.
We'll have to see.
Like, we'll see. It doesn't hurt to try.
Can I get a persuasion check for the writing of this booty call message?
Sure.
Unless you want to write it out. If you want to write it out, I'll give you bonus points.
I can actually write it out. I don't want to waste
That's
the group's
perfectly fine.
time.
Do it during the
now,
week.
but I'll do it during the week. But
Okay. 13. I'll put that on the records.
She'll snap back to reality.
Okay. It is reality. You don't leave Bourbon.
Well, so the thing is, like, yeah, technically they're always in communication. They share each other's senses with that ring, but
right.
You know,
You return to yourself. Understood.
Right. Well, Sumar, thank you for the message from Ash Laurel. I appreciate it.
Of course.
How did you get here? Did you receive that message in Bourbon?
No, I received it from one Bluebonnet firm, a local here in Nausea.
Yeah, I figured. I was actually going to go talk to him next.
He nods. Will there be anything else?
Do you like killing demons?
Ma'am, I kill everything.
I'm sure your services are expensive, though.
Not as expensive as yours, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, if, you know, an enterprising person were to be in Bourbon in a few weeks or days, there might be opportunity to make some coin.
I don't care about coins. How many tails are available?
Well, it's going to be a night to remember.
And
So,
I may be present.
If you see the train wreck there, don't attack them. Just try to focus on the demons.
Do they have tails?
One of them does.
Then I will attempt to avoid him.
Are you saying tails as in T-A-L-E or T-A-I-L-S?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, one is a limb and the other is, you know what, never mind.
Smiles coldly at you. Never mind, indeed. a pleasant day.
Have a nice day, Sumar.
And he will dissolve back into a black mist and flow across the ground.
I turn to the others. Have you guys ever noticed how the more powerful people get, the weirder they are?
For the
Brennan's
record,
not
you
there.
guys are more powerful than he is. Just saying.
She says that as she looks at Brennan, who's probably urinating off the ceiling or something.
He's drinking,
He's
Yeah,
and he
drinking.
smells horrible because he never took. At no point did I say he took the warm weather clothes off. So he's still wearing the warm weather clothes
Oh,
and all the
dude.
stink that was on them, and then all the heat that's since accumulated from the sweat.
Dude.
Just mustifying an entire corner of the room.
Oh, so gross. I've
I'm
been
so-
to this bar.
I'm so glad Amer's not there.
I know where it is on the Riverwalk, just saying.
So weird. Why can't people be normal like us?
Sorry. You look at your compatriots for a moment, Sweet August Rose.
Uh-huh.
You have Sneaky McBrennan in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have the re-presencing of Maria Rosie over there.
Yep.
And you have a dream vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Along with a Tortolan who's currently hugging a stone on a table, talking to it.
Oh, I thought we left him in Malajarac.
Oh no, he won't be left in Mount Lazarus. He needs to be somewhere comfortable instead of there sitting with his damn thermal cube. He'll bring that here and just enjoy the nice warm weather.
Or even better, maybe is he next to Brennan? Just make him sweat more.
Sure, he will be within 15 feet of Brennan to make Brennan sweat more because Anwa is a trying god.
Yeah. Now Brennan doesn't get it. He's like, yeah, it's hot in here. Jeez.
Yeah. All right. So,
Right. Well, I suppose I can go talk to Leslie first.
okay.
Would you guys like to come with me, or would you like to avoid the ensorcelment?
Oh, we lost your card for a moment.
Yeah, his computer rebooted.
Yeah. Brennan would just be looking over. Like if you wave him over, he'll come. But if not, he's gonna stay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think she might get mad at you if you come into her office smelling like that. All right, yeah. If no one, she asks if anyone wants to come. It doesn't seem like they do. So yeah, Rose will head upstairs to go talk to Leslie real fast.
You go up the stairs, and as you do so, the desk that Kerfix is usually sitting at is empty. The chair is tucked in, and there are no papers on the desk. As you walk
Maybe-
down the hall, go ahead.
Oh, she's just muttering to herself. Maybe he got eaten.
Maybe so.
Sorry to butt in here, but
sir.
my PC was restarting. If Rose isn't opposed to the company, Ricard would also like to go see Leslie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
Rose
cool.
asked, so yeah. Okay, two of us.
So,
Just the
Echo, are you going up? No?
No, I don't guess so.
Okay. So, you guys can come down the hall to the door, which is closed. All the doors in the hall today are closed.
I will go to Leslie's door and I will knock.
Okay. You will hear, come in, come in, come in.
Yeah, she will enter.
As you come in, Leslie's there, and she seems to be collecting herself. How can I be of service, sweet August Rose?
Are you okay? I usually don't see you this flustered.
There's some trouble with some friends of mine, and I'm concerned, but things are hopefully turning out well. We'll see.
Is there anything I can help with?
I'm uncertain, but I think they should have it under control. What did you need?
Well, I wanted to pick your brain if that was possible.
Hopefully not literally.
No, not literally.
Please take a seat.
Yeah, I'll take a seat with Leslie.
Okay. Interestingly, there's a dagger stand on her table, and the dagger's missing. Also, with your high perception check, you'll notice that there's a book missing out of one of the bookcases, one of the big ones.
Is that the dragon book I was looking for?
No.
No.
This is one
No
of
one
the other
answered me.
books.
Yeah, no one answered me about that. But Rose will just look at her and just ask, Leslie, when it comes to matters of secret dark lore, I there's none I would turn to other than you, and I admit I am uneducated when it comes to these matters. I am trying to learn more about these outsiders, these beings of hunger and other such features. Specifically, how a person would ally with themselves, and how specifically that works, or how ally with one of these beings.
Well, you're in luck. While I wouldn't necessarily know much about that, someone who would is in Mr. Cherez's office right now. I can have them come here if you'd like and discuss it with you.
I wouldn't mind at all.
Very well. Pardon me for a moment. I do appreciate the kind words, but in this case, these are things that are beyond my ken.
Mhm.
And she's going to stand up, give a little tiny bow, and begin walking out. Well, you don't need to roll your perception check. Your passive perception is high enough to notice that Ricard is not compelled to look at her breasts.
Yeah, I've noticed. Either she's really just because, so out of character, Rose wasn't here when that time Rickard was talking to Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
So what Rose would think is that, man, Leslie must be really flustered that she forgot to do that enchantment she normally does. I wonder what happened.
So she will leave the office, leaving you and Ricard in her office alone for a few moments.
Rose just crosses her legs and just waits patiently.
After a few moments, a different person walks into the room. Someone who you've not met before. You smell her before you see her. The vanilla is strong. It's like vanilla wafers. A little bit of hint of banana in there. It's a delicious scent. And she comes in cheerful. Hello. My name is Gert Frost. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Leslie said that you wish to have some questions for me that she was unable to answer.
Yes. Rose stands and offers to shake Miss Frost's hand.
She reaches out and shakes your hand. Her hand is cold, but not bitterly so.
Her name is Frost. That makes sense. Rose will sit down and just say, Miss Frost, my enemy is someone who has allied himself with one of these ancient forgotten deities, I suppose. I've never even heard of them in my travels until recently. I believe he has allied himself with a being of hunger. And I was hoping to learn more about how that partnership or symbiosis, or whatever you may call it, how it works. If there's any weaknesses I could exploit.
Oh dear. Surely you must mean the Cervantes family.
Rose just nods yes.
Well, I haven't had to do a lesson in quite some time. Are you prepared to take some notes?
Yeah, Rose puts her hand on the little monk statue in her pocket and just says, "Yes, please."
And Eric has to go grab a file
Monty,
because
jot this down.
and he pulls out a massively oversized notebook. It's easily a what is that? Ledger size notebook for a bat and a large feathered quill that he got off of some kind of peacock. As
In the
Monty
meantime-
prepares a little inkwell on your shoulder, he's got a little blotter. He sets up a little writing station ready to just take notes on what's going on. And for the
I'm just
record,
cracking up over here. That is amazing.
for the record, this is me saying I'm not taking these notes for you, so tough.
Spoke to Gert, so it's Gert Frost.
Yep,
not like
Gert.
Frost. Rhymes with Bert.
Yes.
Gert Frost. She said, and okay,
As
I'm ready.
as she comes around the desk, she sits in the chair, not used to it, but situates her dress and sits down. Well, beings of hunger, like you've spoken about, there's a entity that is currently threatening Toivoa from far overseas. We believe that its first influence was brought here by Don Ricardo Cervantes. The name of this entity is Cateus, the Void Herald. I'll put that in chat for you here. He's also known as the Nihil Sovereign, the Lord of the End Times, the Death Weaver, and the Desolate Father.
Damn, he's got some cool titles.
I'm sorry, the Death Weaver.
There you go.
Not the blonde bastard though.
Admittedly, none of those is as cool as the blonde bastard from Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's WWE. It's awesome.
Cateus is a god. An old one. Very old. Who believes that creation should not exist and is a waste of time of more intelligent beings. In order to foil such a creature, you would need to find a way to either cause him to distrust Don Ricardo, or to end his relationship with the creature that Cervantes has become. For he is no longer a man.
He's an abomination. Yes.
Indeed. He has absorbed powers from many fiends, devils, angels, and elementals. He is a terror to behold, and I do not recommend attempting to do so unless you are prepared for the consequences, as he has wards against such a thing.
What? I'm sorry. Wards against what specifically?
Against scrying upon his person.
Oh, I did that once. Yeah, he noticed.
You are lucky to have survived. For he has the ability to transfer his consciousness through a scrying spell into the body of the one who scries upon him.
Really?
Indeed. It's very easy to tell when this happens, though, as the individual inevitably finds their way back to Bourbon to join his collection.
What if... So, if he were to try to do that to me, would I be able to challenge him? Mentally?
Perhaps. I'm uncertain. I've not actually experienced it, thank goodness. We've had to kill the people who decided to go. It's been most unfortunate. We've lost several students who wanted to test their mettle against his powers. It's part of why I retired from the university.
I see.
Have you been to Shadar Shaddai?
No, can't say I ever have.
It's a delightful place, but bureaucracy and corruption runs deep. Be cautious should you ever arrive.
I mean, I've heard it's pretty... what is it? What was the exact phrase I heard? I believe the Magic City of Splendor, I think I heard a bard call it once.
That it is. And the students there have the cutest uniforms.
I'm sure they are very adorable.
Only when they're young. Once they get old and weathered, they turn to be grumpy. I got tired of teaching them and have since retired to a place that I call home.
I see. So back to this being Cateus. So
Yes.
I from my understanding, Cateus isn't the only god like himself. There are others
Oh, I'm certain there must be.
that I don't know what to call them. Dark Pantheon. This
The old
other
ones before creation
The old-
existed.
right. So Cateus is the one that Cervantes has been working with these last centuries.
That is what we believe. An ally of ours. Perhaps you know him, Kerfex. Went on a quest to determine his intentions as a temple has recently arrived in the town of Grindavik. We've just dispatched a team to the temple to determine what lies within. We're hoping to hear back from them in the next couple of days.
Ah. Would you mind, Miss Frost, when they do, or I should say, if they come back, would you mind sharing what they learn with me?
Not at all. I would absolutely share that with you. After all, Sweet August Rose, should you be challenging Don Ricardo Cervantes, then you should have all the information you can have, because knowledge is power. Do not forget that.
Knowledge power.
I never have. Okay, so this Cateus, he wants to unmake creation.
He does not wish to even make that much of an effort. He sees it as a flimsy thing that should simply be erased, an annoyance to his vastness that sits and gnaws at his being.
I see. And I suppose the other gods, the ones we're more familiar with, feel differently, and that's why he hasn't done so yet.
Indeed.
Okay.
And to tell you what, I don't usually do this, but we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to send you a shot of the work in progress for this thing, because it's fun. I'm only going to send this to you, and I ask you to keep this private for the moment, but I'm going to share this with you and with Ricard. So here's to Ricard. That's in progress. And then to you, sir. That's in progress.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Okay, you get the idea?
Ooh, wow.
Very cool.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's where we're going with that. I love my
That's
artists, guys. If you have not gotten art from my artists, they're amazing.
Oh man, that's actually pretty terrifying.
I don't know what it is, but it can't be that bad. Ha!
It's like, I do like to describe things as metal, and I will say this is pretty metal. I love it.
I'm glad.
Okay, I like that. I like how you're going there. Yeah.
I'm hoping to have the piece done by the end of the week. We'll see. It may take another 2 or 3.
Yeah. I mean,
but
what are the chances the Friday Night Lights are able to get to a point where they need that art anytime soon?
Yeah. For the
could
record,
also
this is done.
imagine-
Go ahead. This is done by the artist Klepon in Discord. If you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, Dragon Artist, so good. I was gonna say, I can imagine an argument that Aimer would want to sleep with it as well.
I understand. That's 100% in character, yeah. And Monty's sitting there.
All right, so, but despite his antithetical nature to creation,
Indeed.
he is, or he, whatever, it is still a god. So those standard rules of like clerics and warlocks, do those still apply?
I believe so.
Okay, so
I know that he has an entire clergy at his disposal. We have some of their names, but not all.
okay, so outsiders are still just gods. Okay. All right.
Eric,
And-
can you spell the town that this guy was in, or
Yep.
Kerfix was visiting?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Grendavik.
And I could actually show it to you on the map, which is fun, right?
Yay!
So we'll pull up the map here, because we're having a bit of discussion here. Grindavik is here.
What was it? Okay. Oh, okay. It's actually there now. Cool.
It has actually been there for several years, actually.
Well,
But
I just
it's,
not pay attention to it.
no one pays attention to it because no one goes there.
I mean, that is fair.
But Sweet August Rose, this is when I get you to roll a history check. And not
Yeah.
Ricard, because Ricard would not know this information.
And Rose probably doesn't either. So let's roll that.
Oh, there's a...
Yeah, I'm going to spend a heroic inspiration to re-roll that. Let's
Okay.
try again. I need a drum roll. Yeah, there we go.
With a 21,
Oh, baby!
Grindavik is the hometown of the McCain brothers.
Ah. Well,
And their families.
The blonde bastards.
The other blonde bastards from Not the
What?
Beyond.
were they blonde? I don't remember.
I don't either, but you know.
They were not.
They are now.
They are now. Okay. Eric changes canon.
Ah, well.
Technically,
Wonder
I
why-
have them as auburn haired.
I mean, that's fair.
I wonder why Grindavik of all places. I mean, you think he would try to choose to or make a temple in Bourbon where, one of his most powerful agents lives. I suppose he's trying to spread his influence.
Sweet August Rose, you've been granted inspiration by the chat.
Oh. Thank you, I appreciate it. This temple to Taves, Rose has been in Bourbon recently. Like, is there any sort of giant evil temple on the skyline there that
In
she had
Bourbon?
seen? Yeah,
No.
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 Okay.
The giant evil thing is the citadel of the Cervantes.
Yeah.
I kind of don't think they'd advertise their patron. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like a smooth marketing move for world domination.
Well, apparently they're doing it in Grindavik.
The god is. I don't know about the
Okay.
model.
So I need to. Well, if I were to try to disrupt the relationship between Ricardo and Gateos, I would have to sow distrust. I have to make Gateos distrust Ricardo, and I'm not sure how I would go about that.
That is the predicament that we all find ourselves in. It is an unpleasant situation. I wish so much that our friend, the Wandering King, Vir Sadiq, had ended the reign of the Cervantes long ago. But he thought the best of him, and now it's too late.
He came to power like what, 20 years ago?
Yes.
Not even? Yeah, it's
But there was an opportunity. Unfortunately, we were distracted at the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's 20 years is nothing. I mean,
So, what are your plans, if you don't mind me asking?
Rose will look at this woman, and she'll turn to Leslie and just say, "Leslie, would you
Leslie's
say
not
this?"
in the room at the moment, but
she's
she's
not?
currently
She can
outside
come
the
with-
door and in
Oh.
hearing range. She can come in if you'd like.
Hmm.
So
Well,
you
if
turn to
Leslie's
Leslie.
not,
Sure.
yeah. Leslie, would you say this woman is trustworthy?
She smiles. I would trust her with my life and my death.
Is it safe for her to? Would you say it's safe for me to trust my secrets to her?
Sweet Rose, the secrets that I know about you, I'm sure you could share with her. I have not. However, other secrets, I cannot speak to that.
Feels like everybody knows at this point.
It feels like that because you share it with some of your friends. I don't even think that Testudinidae knows all this stuff yet.
Yeah, I just say thank you, Leslie. Miss Frost, my plans, well, they'll become quite evident in a few weeks, but suffice it to say, Bourbon will have a new government soon.
Truly. And what form of
Either-
government would that take? And she pulls out a notepad, much smaller than Monty's. Hers is only about a 3x5. And she pulls out a pencil.
To be honest,
And Monty
I'm not
looks
sure.
over the ledger-sized thing.
the dust will have to settle first before that question can be answered.
Be cautious then. Because if you do not have a plan, then you are doomed to fail. I encourage you to think of what form the government would take prior to trying to establish it. Otherwise, anarchy will tear it apart before it's even had time to breathe.
Look, I just don't want to say iron-handed dictatorship right out the gate. But Rose just nods and just
I'm assuming that was out of character.
that was out of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here going, yeah, they're going to take that well.
I mean, benevolent. For the state of Reston, considering the political state of all its various cities, a benevolent dictator would not be bad for a city. I'm just saying, especially Bourbon. I believe that would be a step up, a significant step up. But anyways, that's all out of character.
It depends
That's
on
all-
all out of character depends on who the benefits and beneficiaries of a beneficial dictatorship are.
But,
As we go into full politics within D&D. No,
Oh,
no
yeah.
politics outside, but within D&D.
but Rose will just nod and just say, "Well, I'll suffice it to say, I am looking for allies, and I do fully intend to overthrow Cervantes."
Very well. What can we do to assist?
Honestly, I don't know what either of you are capable of. I'm assuming a lot, but it just depends on how much you wish to risk, how much you want to put your necks out on the line for someone you don't know very well.
Leslie looks at Gert, and Gert will nod. Well, there's a couple of things that prevent me from currently getting directly engaged.
I'm assuming, yes.
But Leslie currently does not have those limitations. I think I might be willing to provide informational support from a distance, and I can ensure that any dead remain so. Any infernal influence will remain far away once they've been slain, and not return during the combat, as long as I am present.
Is that Gert saying that, or Leslie saying that?
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's Leslie saying the... So, Gert Frost said that she could not currently get involved. She's got other things currently going on. However, Leslie is saying that when she participates, she can ensure that in her area, no dead will rise and no infernal contacts will be able to return as long as she is there.
Well, from my understanding, when a demon is killed and sent back to hell, they just can't immediately pop back. They're what is it, like a period of a period of time, depending on how strong the demon is, that they have to wait down there before they can come back.
Unless
Does
they're
that not-
summoned by more powerful beings such as Leandro Cervantes.
I see.
If
So
I am
was-
there, I can limit his abilities to summon the dead fiends.
I'll take any help I can get. And what would you like in exchange for this favor, Leslie?
She smiles coldly. To claim those that have died, of course.
Just the demons, not, or just the people fighting on Cervantes' side, not any of my agents or the people fighting on my behalf.
Of course. The agents of Leandro and Don Ricardo Cervantes are all that I seek. We wish to question them and to ensure that their aims are not met, even now or in the future, in later lives.
Yeah. Do what you want with them. I will agree to that. Those terms.
Then we are agreed.
Yeah. And
When should
Rose
I
will-
be in Bourbon?
I'm still organizing that. I will be in touch with you once the day starts approaching. Let me actually put that down, because allies.
Very well.
Notes. Allies.
Miss Frost is going to speak up at this point. When you are ready to assault the Citadel, should you have need, you may find that I have some contacts that I could lean on that are eccentric and not to be expected. I will try to send as many as I can to assist you. Most of them will be members of the Longstriders Consortium, of which I am also a member.
Ah, I see. Well, because the only person who knows everybody who's been roped into this is Rose. So she's just going over her head, just the very strange, eclectic amount of people that are going to be participating in this coup attempt. Like,
Mm-hmm.
chosen of the gods, various adventures of various levels of power, a god. Amorosi's the god now. He's going to be helping out at least a little bit. Mr. Verm. Shit, I should ask Judith if she wants to get in on this. Anyways, Rose just nods and just says, I thank you both. I will be in touch for when the date approaches.
By the way, I have a request.
What is it?
If you see a man in a long white coat with shaggy hair and a beard with piercing blue eyes like mine, with a weasel, avoid him. He is trouble.
Okay, so if I see a man in a long white coat with a ragged beard
Yes.
and piercing blue eyes,
And a weasel is his friend.
weasel familiar.
He may find the situation interesting and appear. Should he do so, you should not engage.
Well, if he does something stupid like attack me, I may be forced to, but barring self-defense,
Withdraw at all costs should he engage you. Mortsu said should not be meddled with.
is he an ally of Cervantes? Who is this?
A wild card who travels the time ways and finds interest in various things. Be cautious.
I've never heard that name before.
Be glad. He's a former student of mine and renegade who believes he can fix the timelines.
Didn't Zarud recently get beat up by the train wreck? Wouldn't that
Indeed.
affect the timelines? Yeah.
And thus he believes he has an opportunity to correct things while Zarud is not in power.
Hmm.
By correct, I mean bend things to the way he believes they should exist. Should he arrive in Bourbon, there is a chance that he may try to rewrite time with no idea of what the consequences might be.
And if he tries to do that, I'm not to stop him?
No. Do not engage him. Should he touch you, you will be lost to time.
Hmm. Oh.
I don't want that to happen again.
She looks at you. Has this happened in the past?
Oh yeah, I took like a 1500-year nap or some shit.
That's most unfortunate. So you traveled through time the slow way.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just like falling asleep and waking up to me, but you could say that.
Quite miserable. I personally do like a nap in the afternoon, but not 1500 years.
Yeah, you know, whenever you take a too long of a nap and you just wake up groggy, it
Indeed.
sucks.
And then you immediately start getting tortured. Yeah, it's you had a pretty rough day.
Well, if there's nothing else, I need to depart. I am needed back in Briar Glen by the end of the night, so I need to go visit the Blue Cloaks in order to receive a teleportation.
Oh, well, don't let me stop you. Thank you for your wisdom, Miss Frost.
Be cautious, but I think you've got a good head on your shoulders and a handsome man at your side. She winks at him and stands up. And as she walks out, she's going to pat Monty on the head and go out the door.
Handsome. Wow, I wonder what she meant by that. Oh, maybe Rickard should try to send the letter to Leandro.
Leslie rolls her eyes at the obliviousness of Sweet August Rose.
Ricard just looks at Rose incredulously.
What is he, chopped liver?
But yes, thank you, Leslie. I appreciate the help you're offering me.
Of course. I don't want the Cervantes in charge of anything either. I believe they are evil and should be slain. Of course, they believe themselves to be doing good. Good for the world. But
Well,
that depends on one's perspective, I believe.
it absolutely does. That's why I'm trying to speak to Leandro or even Sancho, but
No,
I haven't
it
even-
doesn't. Good is good and bad is bad.
well, Rose, yeah, there's no such thing as good or evil, but
Echo's down at the table eating crackers and he's talking to himself. He's just worked out that good is good and bad is bad.
For the record, we've been having a discussion this week about that.
but
The question is, who
Right.
determines what's good and who determines what's bad?
well, Rose has some pretty interesting stories about that.
Uh-huh.
There's a reason why she doesn't believe justice is real. But yeah, she just turns to Leslie. Just thank you. I won't forget what you've done to help me, Leslie.
Of course. I hope you don't forget what I'm about to do for you as well. Let us know when you're ready, and we will send as many consortium members as possible to Bourbon to participate in the assault.
Right. Yes. Rose just gives her a respectful bow. This is her office after all, and she'll head on out.
Okay. Ricard's going to feel a tug on his ear from Monty. You're supposed to be following. And he goes...
I actually had one thing for you, Leslie, if I could trouble you.
Monty looks at you, appalled, and goes back to scribbling.
I
Yes.
was wondering if I could use your scrying services again.
Of course. Close the door.
I'll be right out, Rose.
Take your time.
Monty looks at you very concerned, Ricard.
Don't worry, Monty. I'm just going to look in on an old friend.
He's going to tuck himself down into your armor. He doesn't like this idea.
Point of order, Eric.
Yes, sir.
We've discussed Malachi before. We didn't have a last name for him, but he was like my childhood friend, so
no. Okay.
I would have some kind of name for him, right?
You have Malachi, yes. And like most childhood friends that we know in real life, we only remember them either by their first or last name or a nickname that we gave them. So we're going to go with just Malachi, but it's going to be enough.
Okay.
And I need to get him ready because I didn't expect you to do this.
Yeah, I asked like 3 months ago that I might be doing it, so
Yep.
sorry if it got you off guard.
No, all good. We're good. Give me 10 seconds here. And maybe a couple more. I will get this. Yeah, here we go. Think this will work? Yeah, this will work. I'm cool with this. This will be good enough. Awesome. So, you're going to try to have Leslie scry on Malachi.
Yes, please.
Awesome. As she sits before you, she asks, "Do if you have a dagger of any kind that I could have to keep.
Got this really nice short sword. Does that work for
That will
you?
do, if you don't mind.
I will give her the short sword of the temporal rock.
Oh, crap. And you're going to let her keep it?
Sure, he's not using it anymore.
Damn. All right. Okay.
That's I'm
I'm glad no one's there to see it. This is one of those, are you sure you want to do this moments?
Look, if you it's like a gotcha game where you put in if you put in something really good, that means you're definitely going to get something really good out.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, I want to.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to give it back to Brennan. Brennan didn't want it.
Yeah.
He's not using it. It's
100%.
basically worthless to him right now.
That 100%. I
Is there-
love
I don't
this
know-
so much, you guys have no idea.
I think Brennan like used it twice. I think the entire time he had it. So
Eric's adding this
worked
to
one.
Leslie's
Like,
character sheet, guys. Just saying.
it's a nice sword. Yeah.
It's a
Yes,
really nice
it-
sword.
Amer would have used it if it was offered to him, but you don't need to worry about it by any means.
All right. So, as she takes the feather-like blade, she looks at it. Oh dear.
Pretty nice, isn't it?
Very nice.
That's an Echo Rex special right there.
Well, in this case, I think we can go a little bit more direct. And she's going to take it and place it into the middle of her forearm. Content warning, guys, don't ever do this, please. This is going to be self-harm for her. Content warning, yay.
He's a blood mage. Yep.
So, she is going to place the point of the short sword into her arm and slide it up towards her hand to where the point is just visible in the underneath the skin of her palm. She just inserts it into her arm.
Eee.
That's pretty
She
savage.
slides it back and it comes out bloody. She holds it up over the desk and the blood begins to slide down towards the tip of the sword where it will drip. But the drop of blood stops before hitting the desk and hovers. Another hits the first one, a third, a fourth, until a small bubble of blood forms a good 2 inches in diameter. She puts the short sword on that dagger stand and slides it to the left. Now, who are we looking for?
An old friend of mine, he goes by Malachi.
Can you describe him? Or anything you know of him?
He's a dragonborn. He likes to party.
Indeed.
And he rattles off a couple other things about him.
Okay. Some experiences, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Appearing in the blood bubbles, begins to foam, and expands outwards, forming a sheet. Instead of a dragonborn, you see a human figure sitting there with bright green eyes, dark skin, and some stubble on the bottom of his chin. A high collar rises near his ears, and you can see that he's stalking something. The blood expands to where it seems to take up all the space between you and Leslie. You can see her through the sheen as it's semi-transparent, and the room will become dark as your vision is transported somewhere else. Your vision is transported here to where you see a man stalking through the street boots. He seems to be following a girl with long yellow hair and metal boots. She rounds a corner and goes into a small building. He makes note of what building that is and waits for a few moments before turning and heading towards the center of town with a confident stride. Several large fiends walk past him and acknowledge his presence. He does not acknowledge theirs. Walking in a straight line past them, he seems unbothered by the fact that they're there.
Does it look like they're like giving deference to him, like he's higher ranking or something?
Not necessarily, more of if you've ever been down the street in a tourist area and the dude just gives you the little head check, the little nod at the gym, that sort of thing. It's not necessarily deference, but it's acknowledgement.
Okay. And is this the same city that Rose was looking into?
You would not have seen that.
Yeah, that was all in Rose's head.
Unfortunately, I can't give you that connection.
No, it's all good, all good.
Out of character, you guys can absolutely make that connection. In
I mean,
character,
would Leslie know what city this is?
yes, Leslie would know that this is definitely Bourbon, if you asked her.
Yeah, he would be like, where is this, Leslie?
Based off of the spires in the distance, this is the Cervantes stronghold of Bourbon. Your friend seems to be at least on passing terms with the fiends and denizens of the city. Seems familiar as to where he's going. It's interesting that he's no longer a dragonborn. Perhaps he's in disguise. Was he a master of
Perhaps.
disguise at the time?
I just remember him being a master of drinking and getting into trouble.
He does not appear to be drunk at the moment. However, he does have that flask on his hip. Perhaps he still enjoys the occasional beverage.
Yeah, maybe I'll go give him a visit and see if he get a drink with me.
Very well. Is that all we needed from him?
That's all I needed. Thank you so much.
With the powerful blade that you gave me, are you sure we could withdraw some of his blood with this connection? Primarily from the past.
Ricard kind of like looks down into his breastplate. Do you think that'd be useful?
He's just sitting there going. He's not
It
liking
sounds
this
like
whatsoever.
Sounds like something maybe Echo could put to use. Sure, let's do it.
Okay. The sword off to the side will glow with a darkness. It seems to absorb light for a couple moments, and another drop of blood flows up from the point where it was dry towards the hilt and will separate off as Leslie motions for that blood to be drawn towards her hand. Do you have a vial?
Shit, I don't have a vial on me.
Very well. This is important. She will take an inkwell, look around, and pour it into the wastebasket. The blood droplet goes into the inkwell, and she will place the top onto the inkwell and hand it to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Not sure what I can do with this, but I'll put smarter minds on it.
Very well. That was quite taxing, but I hope rewarding. Is that what you wanted
it's,
to know about the man named Malachi?
Yeah, I just want to know where he is. It's been a long time since I've seen him, so I want to drop in.
Of course.
All right. Thank you, Leslie, for all your help. Get out of your hair.
Always. Anytime I can be of service to such a handsome young man.
Cart nods and makes his way to the door.
All right. And you guys can go out into the hall.
You done?
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned Malachi to you before, but he's the one that apparently sold me to Doldrin. And,
I remember. Yeah, your drinking buddy.
yeah, he's in Bourbon.
Wait, he's still alive?
Guess he is. He's probably got 1,500 years of experience on me.
You said he was a human, right? Or a dragonborn, or what was he?
He was Dragonborn, now he's human?
Maybe.
Oh, I also got some of his blood. Hold up an inkwell.
Well, that's good. I'm pretty sure Echo can use that to track him.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yeah, if Echo was a blood mage, you could probably use that to hurt him, but Echo doesn't use that kind of magic.
Yeah, that's that, Vermeer guy or whatever. What is his name?
Who?
I don't know, there's some guy that works with blood here in Nausha, right?
Oh, there's lots of people who use it's really big in Shu. Have you ever fought a blood mage? They do this really annoying thing where they pull drops of blood from everyone around them, and then if you attack them, they transfer all the damage they take to whoever owns that drop of blood. It's really annoying.
That sounds like a pain in the ass for sure.
It is an enormous pain in the ass. Yeah, if you ever fight,
You're welcome.
if you ever fight a Shuian blood mage, yeah, try to kill them before they get those drops up, because yeah, it's and it's not just physical attacks, it's everything. So like say Echo casts a spell to hold that person still, to paralyze them. They could transfer it to whoever has a blood drop for. It's incredible. So yeah, blood magic is incredibly powerful and it's very annoying to fight against. Imagine it'd be useful to have with you, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Do you want to kill your friend?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but I don't think it'll be a friendly meeting.
Well, you said he was wearing a different face.
Yeah. Got striking green eyes now. Dark skin.
Could you tell if it was an illusion or not?
Oh, I have no idea.
I wonder if he's a changeling. But changelings only live to be a couple hundred years old, I think.
Huh.
I don't know. He's your friend. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, well, we'll find some more out.
All right. Let's go back downstairs. Let's see if Brennan has cleared out the consortium yet.
Let's.
Brennan was right. You left him alone for a long time. I don't think Echo was paying attention to him either.
Yeah.
Well, he's still there, but is there any other patrons around Brennan?
No, no one wants to sit next to Brennan. Are you kidding? Between Brennan and Tester Day, they've blocked off a section of the entire tavern.
Maybe at first glance, but I'm gonna let Eric have fun with it.
Okay.
So it looks like he's all alone, and everyone's just kind of staring at him because he stinks horribly. And Testudinide is irradiating immense heat in this area, making everybody uncomfortable and just being asocial in general. But As you come down the stairs and circle around, you see that there's somebody next to Brennan, and Brennan is engaged in a drinking competition.
Oh yeah? Who's he drinking with?
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you, because this is just some random person that he found at the bar.
Random
was
person
talking
you
smack
found
to.
at the bar. All right.
Yeah.
Random person you
Yep.
found at the bar. Oh goodness. All right. Random person we found at the bar. Here we go. We can absolutely do this. 1 second, guys. Let me grab. Yeah.
Alcoholic behind door number 2.
Oh crap! I forgot her
That's
name.
Brennan.
Oh, there it is. Just had to rack my memory for it. I'm sorry, guys. So, sitting with you at the bar drinking is a woman with absolutely fabulous hair. She's dressed in a pale green tunic and has a staff leaning against the bar next to you. Looks like this.
Awesome.
And she is going round for round with you. And does not seem to be even tipsy at the moment. What exactly are you drinking? Beer or hard liquor?
I'm gonna say we started. So, background started with beer, and Brennan starts telling everyone about all these amazing dragons that he's killed and all these creatures and stuff.
Really?
And
That's amazing. How big were they?
they were looking around as big as this, bigger than this room we're in, this pub, this
Oh, wow.
block.
That's too big for me. Oh, goodness. You must be very brave.
brain sits up. Yes, I must be, I guess.
Do you get paid well?
After he just sits up and is smirking about how proud he is, he kind of slunches over and says, I never really thought about that part.
Who employs you?
I don't know. Is Brennan drunk, or should I roll?
That's up to you. I'll let you actually decide for yourself unless you want to roll.
Nah, let's roll. That's more fun.
Sure.
Okay, what would I roll for?
It's Constitution saving throw. And we'll shoot for a
Inebriate.
14.
Yeah, his constitution sucks. This is gonna be good. Oh no, I made it. Okay. he's
Yep,
over.
you are not drunk.
I mean, that's in character.
Absolutely.
Out of character, he's trash right now.
Somehow, I don't
Every-
think so. He
every-
doesn't sound like he's drunk.
Every Monday.
Every Monday
Um,
he's drunk just because he shows up. He's like, damn, I gotta deal with Eric again.
Pacific time, so it's even earlier.
That's true. So,
So
these dragons,
Brendan-
where were they?
yeah, Brendan will say, I'm not employed. I used to go contract to contract, but now it's just adventuring.
Oh, man of the wild, huh? I like that. She's gonna scooch a little closer.
Oh God, I don't know how anyone could. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm assuming there's like gotta be flies or something, or lights embedded in this.
You
know?
look like Dig, from whatever his name is from Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
Big Pen.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan. Yeah, but Brendan's an attractive guy. It's just he smells
Right.
horrible.
She
Yeah.
doesn't seem to mind.
Wow, this is amazing. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. Brendan's just gonna keep going. Whatever she asks, he'll keep going.
So, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from Reston.
Oh, near the coast.
Not really. More in the woods.
Oh, well, that's a relief. Don't really like those coasters. And she moves one of the little trivets off to the side.
Brendan will say, "Yeah, screw those flatlanders."
But, what are you doing here? If you're killing dragons and adventuring, this place seems a little dull.
Brendan's like, "That's why I'm doing this. Nothing else is going on. What do you have going on?"
Well, see, my girlfriend's missing. So I'm kind of looking for some help and some jobs. Brennan, you've been granted inspiration by the Twitch chat
Thank you.
because they want to pull for you. So,
Brendan was just kind of staring in front of him. Yeah, we had a job, but I don't know, it didn't work.
oh. So, you, pardon me to say this, but you kind of smell like home. That's kind of what drove me over here.
At that, Brendan will raise an eyebrow towards the eye facing her and kind of do a side glance, side eye.
I mean,
Brendan will say, "What is home? A forest for you?"
well, outside my home, there's a forest. You see,
Mm.
I tend to stay in a cave for
Oh.
long periods of winter. And my friends
it's
tend to be a little bit on the
interesting, yeah.
stinky side. And not many people appreciate a good cuddle.
It's not.
Well, see, people don't understand people like us.
Right. I mean, how are they going to understand people like us? I mean, we shape change into large creatures and we terrorize entire mountainsides of prey. We tear flesh from our food. We eat it raw. That's kind of what we do, right?
Brendan is staring at her with his mouth open.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I overshare?
That's what I do.
Oh, you do it too. Roll your deception check, sir.
Okay.
You've never wild shaped in your life.
He isn't now. He's drinking.
I know he's
Yes.
drinking and he's BSing not get drunk, and that's great.
Okay, deception.
Yes, sir. With the 7, she looks at you. Right. And she takes her cup and throws it in your face. Now we'll be able to tell where you're from. And she slams the glass on the bar and storms off.
Oh. Brendan just looks around and says, "Well, I meant the cave." Whatever.
Poor guy.
Ah,
At
You know-
that, yeah, at that, Brendan will kind of look, watching her walk away. He'll look over and see everybody is congregated from the bottom of the stairs,
Yep.
and he'll kind of drunk, buzzed, not too hammered, say to Ricard, "Hey, Ricard, you want to see a trick?"
Ricard's not there, but he's going to be like, not right now, Brendan.
you're
Brendan
popular. I would
Brendan will
love to see a trick, Brennan.
Brendan will look equally as dejected from the person that stormed off than Ricard's denial of a trick. Brendan will look at Sweet August Rose and say, "Thanks, Sweet August Rose. You're always in my corner.
I mean,
I'm not in the mood anymore."
you don't mean it. You're just saying that.
No, he's serious. He's upset. He met someone who was really awesome, and then Ricard's not interested in his pee tricks.
Yep.
So he's gonna say, "Sweet August Rose, well, what do you all do up there? Because I'm not getting anything done here."
Find out information. Echo, did you know that there is apparently yet another world-ending threat to Toivoa that's popped up?
Yeah, we just have to deal with one at a time, I guess. What?
For the record, this is not a new one. You guys have known about this one for over a year.
It's just not on the list yet.
Yeah, it just, it hasn't made any moves as far as we know yet. Yeah, apparently, well, the good news is by taking out our list, it'll be helping with the problem. But yeah, apparently some god of nihilism is trying to dismantle Toivo or something like that. Turns out it's the being of hunger that Cervantes has bound himself to. I was hoping that, you know, being a smart person, you might be able to figure out some way of I don't know, exploiting that, but I've never really heard of that happening. I mean, outside of convincing Cervantes to not want to. Well, actually, no, that makes sense because Cervantes wants to conquer Toivo, so maybe if I could somehow convince Cates that Cervantes has no desire to destroy Toivoa, that he actually wants Toivoa to continue existing, maybe Cateos will abandon Cervantes. I just have to talk to a evil god that wants to destroy everything.
Yep.
Nothing, guys. Okay, all right. Anyways, well,
No
thanks.
response
That was
from your friends.
yeah, that was a great talk. I appreciate it.
Amber's not there to talk to you.
Yep.
My fault. Good man, the snow cold's really good.
It's almost like Amer knew that he was going to be really busy tonight.
No, I'm actually not even working anymore. It was like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
glad
just enjoying the story.
Okay.
So, you know, like,
Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the story. I know that we don't have the spotlight on you at the moment, but we will
that's
eventually.
perfectly fine. Everyone needs their
Brandon's
time to
dejected
shine.
right now.
Oh, of course he's dejected. He just got turned down, shut down, and rejected from his friend because his buddy just found out that his childhood friend that turned him in to Dildren's Shadow Scar is some kind of still alive person in Bourbon. It's not like he's got troubles and trauma at the moment.
Oh man.
And Echo's sitting there. What's Echo doing during all this?
I think he's researching spells in his compendium.
Oh, he's trying to do some spell crafting or figure out what he can do with magic.
Echo's pretending like he doesn't know us.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been on his mind lately. He's interested in creating new spells or manipulating old spells.
All right.
Well, okay. Well, if you're Echo, do you think it's possible to strengthen the enchantment on my equipment? Not change it, just, you know, make it more potent.
Which ones? What do you have?
Well,
Which
just
one are you talking about?
just my clothes, my armor.
I mean, we'll
You know,
need to pay for
if
the, we'll need to
if I-
pay for the materials.
You know, if I had to rate it on a 1 to 3 scale, it's at a 2 right now, and I'd like to, you know, crank it up to a 3. Like, I don't know if that's possible or not.
Yeah, it should be possible. You'll just have to have the money for the materials.
What kind of materials would you need?
It's, you know, bat wings and stuff like that. We can get a material probably at Judy.
Bat wings.
Bat wings.
Rose turns towards
Ricard.
Ricard.
Ricard tucks Monty slowly back down into his armor.
You know, oh wait, no. When the familiar dies, they just kind of poof. So no, we can't just harvest him for infinite bat wings.
Dude, that's
Not that-
so
not-
dark.
Not that I would do that to Monty.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
No, I would do it to some other bat that
I have some essences from other creatures, from some of the creatures we fought here recently that probably do the trick. But yeah, there is a cost involved. I don't know the scale right off the top of my head. I think it's half of what's on Sane's list, right?
I don't
If you
know.
do it yourself, is it half of what's on Sane's list? Is that
Correct.
right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Does your armor have any other effects, or is that it? Just,
It's +2 fine clothing, but it was glamored to be able to change its appearance.
okay. Give me just a second. Do a little bit of research on them.
Oh yeah, sure. So, Brennan, do you often get drinks thrown in your face by cute girls?
Brendan's actually out of character. He's pretty neutral with women. I think he's kind of just like asexual when it comes to that. But Brendan will say, I usually don't even speak to cute girls.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so we know.
So Eric,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was
If-
going to ask.
If you do,
We were just going to ask a quick question here. We know when the last time Amber got laid was. We know the last time that Ricard got laid was. Does Echo ever fade to black?
no, Echo's still a virgin.
Okay. Sweet August Rose, we know that
I mean,
you
Hey,
occasionally get some
he's
action.
only 12. He's only 12-year-old, guys.
I understand. 100%. Which means he's an old kobold.
Yeah, he's probably in his 50s for sure.
That's where he gets his wizardly might, you know.
Dirty old kobold.
Yeah. All right. Sweet August Rose, it's been a while, right?
Well, no, she banged that half orc in Karth.
True. You did bang the
yeah.
half-orc in Karth. And Brennan, I believe, got laid in Karth as well.
Did he? I don't remember.
No,
No, he
Brennan
did.
is-
He struck out.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
Emer and Rose.
Right. So the question is, Brennan, when was the last time?
Yeah, there's nothing in the story indicates that he has.
Awesome. Okay, so it's been either
That doesn't
a
mean-
minute or been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
What's
no-
your boat, buddy?
Yeah, no real interest. Yeah.
Right.
The only person that he was attracted to in any way was that. Who is that? Like it was like a watchman person.
Yeah.
Like a huge Viking woman with armor and stuff. Like
Oh,
the dragon?
The lady at the dragon horn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dragon horn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The bronze dragon.
EJ?
At least
That's the closest he's come to that. Yeah.
Ige the Death Lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's a bronze dragon, but it's hard to tell. Yeah.
She's older than that. But
Oh, Eric, the armor.
yes, sir.
So it should cost 12 grand to create a +3 armor
Yes, sir.
from scratch. If it's already a +2, do you just pay the difference, or do you?
Yes, we
Or
would
do
do
you
the
do the whole
difference on
thing?
that. So
The-
I believe
okay,
that's
so
going to
it'd
be
be-
6,000 gold, right? Or no?
Yeah,
No, plus 2
It'll be
armor isn't that
30.
expensive. It's only like 6K or 8K.
Right.
it's 6K, but half of that's 3, and then it would be 12K for
So
the
9.
+3, so
Yeah.
it'd be 9.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's expensive, but it's worth
Fortunately,
it.
fortunately, this is only a DC 28, which is easy for Echo Rex.
Well, the other issue is time. How long would it take him?
To do well, it's already enchanted to +2, so he's just going to infuse it one more step. So, a day?
All right. Well, we can do that once we decide to rest in the mansion. Once we're finished going about the day, I'd rather not walk around naked. But okay, thank you, Echo. Would you mind doing that if I pay for the materials?
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome, excellent. Well, speaking of paying for stuff, I might as well start moving my money around. I gotta go talk to Judith, and then Farboiler. I'm not gonna have enough money for all this. Truly incredible how expensive adventuring is.
We should have wiped out the gloom. I mean, the gloam. I mean, we would have really got paid on that trip, I think.
We really would have. But, well, no point worrying about, that's in the past. No point worrying about it.
So Amer's came back with us. I thought Amer was going to go stay with him for a week.
He is. Amer
Yeah, he
is with
is.
them.
He is with them.
Okay.
This is day 1 of 7. He's gonna be gone.
Not sure what he's gonna. Well.
Maybe,
Oh, we
maybe
know
they'll
what he's gonna
determine
be
they're,
doing.
they're evil, and we can go all kick them out of the castle. Get our money.
All right.
Well, all right. Let's go.
All right. So we exit back out into Nausea. All right. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Rose is gonna head to Judith's.
To Judith's Intricacies and Oddities. Awesome. As you make your way over, it's only 2 doors down. You're able to come in and smell the apples and cinnamon, the wonderful scent that you recognize as Judith's Intricacies and Oddities. As you walk in, she smiles. Oh, Miss Rose, it's been a while. How can I help you?
Has it been a while? Wasn't no, the others came in here. That's right. I was busy doing other things.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Rose actually reaches to her belt and takes off her okay, I know Judith gets real finicky about this kind of stuff, but considering Judith sold it to me in the first place, it's where's my attunement? She takes off the dragonhide belt, the +2 dragonhide belt.
Okay.
I would like to sell this back to you if we can.
Let me pull up the +2 Dragonhide belt. It's been a while since I looked at that one. I didn't think we were going to sell this one off.
Well, so yeah. Well, the thing I want to replace, I might not be able to afford it, so we'll see.
All right.
For a +3 Dragonhide belt?
No, gonna look for a Stone of Mastery if that's possible.
Oh, the
Dragonhide
highest one of
belt.
mastery? Ooh. Those are like 15k.
All right. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember these. All right, so the Dragonhide belt would be equivalent to a +2 item. So that it would be 6,000 gold retail. So what were you looking to get from it?
Well, what I'm looking for, Aimer, he has that little stone that zips around his head. Would you happen to have another of those, or at the very least know where I can find one out in the wild?
Well, you could always take it from Aimer. She smiles.
Well, actually, I'm not even sure I could, actually.
Well,
If it was anybody else, maybe, but
perhaps.
he's actually one of the few people I legitimately don't think I could take from.
It's got its own AC. You could probably hit the AC.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's got fast hands. I'm pretty sure he could stop me if he wanted to.
Well, I don't have them on my person, but they do come from nearby Silver Spar. That's where they dig them up from ancient times and ensure that they are in working order.
Silver Spar, where is that?
Silver Spar is in the mountains, about 3 days' travel south of here. It's underneath the mountain, of course, so teleportation there is slightly dangerous. You wouldn't want to end up inside the mountain.
So you're saying it's possible I could find one of these just out in the wild?
Potentially. After all, they existed long ago. It's just they're exceedingly rare. It's more likely that one of the gemsmiths there in Silver Spar has them. They have them in the market. Different iron stones of different kinds. I'm uncertain if they would have one of the mastery specifically. Of course, I can't speak to that.
All right. Well, that is what I'm looking for at the moment. This, as powerful as this belt is, the only thing it really does help me with is it makes my disruption of my opponent's ki more effective. But unfortunately, most of the things I fight seem to be either immune or resistant. So it doesn't really matter how potent my strikes are. And the mastery would help me mitigate the loss anyways. So
It'd make you be a master.
yeah. Yes, I'd like to sell this back to you.
Of course.
I
Would 5,000
Judith-
gold work?
bought it for 6,000.
Yes.
It's probably more than that, to be fair. But you probably spawned for more than that.
Yeah. Well, she has to make a profit. Yeah, all right. Rose will sell the Dragonhide belt for 5,000.
Okay. She will give you 5,000 gold for it.
Add that. I'm gonna.
Enough for 4 potions of supreme healing.
I don't use Supreme. I use Superior because those are drastically cheaper.
Drastically cheaper.
And almost as good healing. You know,
No way.
No, you got to use aim or Kool-Aid or nothing, okay? If you're not risking your life and the life of everyone around you every time you heal, you're not doing it right.
About action economy.
Man,
If you got to
so
use
fun.
more than one action to get the same amount of healing as a Supreme Healing Potion, it's not as good. Nowhere near as good.
well, that's the thing. Rose only uses potions after the fight. So...
Yeah, I got to use them in the fight.
Okay.
Might be why you're just attracting hits. By the way, while you were gone, you rejected Brennan's attempt to show you a trick.
Why would I do that?
Because you were melancholy at the time. You were
Okay, fair
giving
enough.
everybody the silent treatment, so we just
was-
let him just shun Brennan for a moment.
Yeah, it was terrible. You hurt Brennan's feelings.
Yeah, that sounds true.
You awful person.
We also discussed tearing off Monty's wings for spells and enchantments.
That was a joke.
Uh-huh.
Monty was very upset.
Monty was very upset and retreated inside your armor.
Okay. You know what? So I'm sorry. Where was this town? It's called Silver Spar.
Yes.
And is there a road that leads straight to it?
There is.
I mean, I turn to the others and I just say, would you guys mind if we take a detour there?
Brennan shrugs, all buzzed up. Sure.
I certainly do not mind.
I mean, we're waiting for Aimer to get back anyways.
You have to go pick him up. He's not coming. He's not coming back on his own.
Well, I mean, we're gonna wait a week before we go get the blonde bastard from beyond.
Nothing else is going on. Maybe you can find something fun to do.
All right. Well. All right. Well, Judith, that's actually all I wanted. Just wanted to get rid of that belt, and hopefully I have enough for that ion stone. Hopefully I can find one out in the wild without having to pay for it, but we'll see. Thank you for the information, Judith.
Of course. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Now I
Real
have.
quick before we leave,
Yes.
how much would you pay for these? And he puts the gauntlets of Flaming Fury on the table.
She looks at them. Where did you get these?
I mean, technically it's the party's. If anyone wants it right now, you can take it, but nobody's using it, so I figure we might as well sell it.
It was Shalosh.
I don't know where you guys got it.
I think we got it in Shalosh, actually.
You did get it in Shalosh.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's.
if you'd like, I can give you 25,000 gold for them.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that, yeah.
Very well. And she will hand you 25,000 gold.
Did not realize those were worth that much.
Damn.
Holy shit.
I mean, I guess in the hands of a fighter, an extra 46 damage per, or 2 to 3 or 3d6 damage per hit is pretty good, especially if he already has like a flame tongue or a frost brand.
I think it only works on non-magical weapons, but still, it's very powerful. In the right the right build and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Aimer, you've
And
been
it's,
granted
a doom
inspiration.
slot.
Well, thanks.
He's gonna need it.
What the Clone are gonna need it. They're gonna see what being an aimer's all about.
Who the hell knows what he's doing up there?
All right. So, what are you gonna split that up? Because I mean, we gave
Yeah.
that item to you, so you're gonna split that gold up to the party, or are you gonna keep it?
Yeah, 4,000 gold to everybody, including Testu.
All right, 4,000 gold there.
I'd say that Ricard's probably fine keeping the last 1,000 for himself.
I'll take the 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Does Rose? I mean, Brennan doesn't need that. Like, Brennan will offers to give it to Rose if it's going to help her achieve some goals.
Well,
she needs.
Judith, how many just weapons of minor enchantment do you have? Like just normal +1s and things like that?
Too many.
Would you be willing to sell them at a bulk discount? if,
A bulk
if you have
discount.
too many. If you have
A
too
pallet.
many.
80%, I believe, would be a fair price for a bulk discount. How many would you like to purchase?
Well, that's the thing. I have to use other uses for this money, so I can't give you a firm offer right now, because I don't know how much I will have after everything is said and done. But I just wanted to keep the offer open.
I'm open to that.
Yeah, I can't. I'd like to make like an order for 100 or something, but I don't know if I'll have the money for that. So, yeah, just we'll see. But yeah, that's really everything I had to do here.
You have a potion of invulnerability for sale, Judith?
Don't sell potions. That horrible little man sells all the
Oh,
potions, and if
right.
anyone purchases any from me, he blacklists me, and it's quite an unpleasant experience to have him come in here and lambast me.
Understood.
I simply
He
let
goes
him
out-
have those.
He goes outside.
Oh, yes. Agnes is quite the disgusting little man.
Well, I mean, his wife is the one doing all the selling now.
That leaves him free to roam.
Fair enough. All right, Judith. Thank you for. Let me just make sure I'm checking my notes to make sure I've done everything I need to do because I'm probably forgetting something. Let's see. No, that's it. Yeah. I will come back once I know how everything is gonna shake out. But thank you, Judith.
Of course.
And Rose will then head straight to the honey hole.
Awesome. So you head over to Farboiler's Honey Hole, which is labeled Fair Boilers because the sign merchant didn't know how to spell Farboiler, and he went to troll the dude.
And probably hates him too.
Oh, of course he does.
Everyone hates Farboiler for the most part.
Yes. Farboiler's honey's hole. So really it's not fire it's Farboiler's hole, it's his honey's hole. So presumably it's what's her name?
His wife.
Yeah. Rose will head on in.
All right. As you come in, you hear a cheerful little voice. Welcome to Fair Boiler's Honey Hole. How can I help you? I'm Finklet.
Hi, Pinklet. It's me again. I'm gonna need
Sweet August Rose, the pleasant woman who my son likes a lot. Yes. How can I help you?
Well, I am here to
Roll
take
an insight
advantage
check.
of insight. Let's see.
With a 20, she means that Jimmy has a crush.
Ah. You shouldn't have. The guy likes to kill adult dragons with his bare hands. Maybe I can use that. No, but then I'd probably lose my discount. They'll get mad at me. And also, yeah, never mind. Rose will.
You're gonna take the 8-year-old out. Understood.
Apparently he's like a
8-year-old
weapon.
bugbear.
Apparently he's like a weapon of mass destruction. So like yes, Rose has really no problem exploiting others to her own ends. But she is going to look at Finklet and just say, "I need 2 potions of heroism."
Of course. She starts
I'm-
rummaging around and getting these out, putting them in a very nice little wicker case.
And I'm going to be taking full advantage of that discount my party has.
Of course.
And the other is Jimmy or Agnes here?
Oh, they are, yes. They're both in the back. They're having father-son time.
Well, last time I was here, Jimmy offered to make in some grenades if I was able to find adult dragon breath glands.
Yes.
These aren't dragon. I'll gesture at Brennan to hand me the polar bear glands.
Oh god, it's gonna take a second. Brennan's got all this gear on, this big heavy wool or fur coat on. He's got to take his backpack off. Yeah, he's down on the floor.
As
on
Brennan
one knee,
approaches,
looking for his
Finkley
backpack.
ducks behind the bar and comes back up with a clothespin over her nose.
Brennan, he's digging through stuff. He's got old socks and stuff on the ground, and he'll finally find at the bottom. Got to pull it out and say, "Here."
Smells like mushrooms and popcorn.
Yeah.
These aren't dragon breath glands, but the creatures that attacked us were spewing cold breath.
Oh,
Would he be able to-
interesting.
Yeah, I think they're called polar bears. They were these giant white bear-looking creatures.
Interesting. Well, we can absolutely try. I'll take them back to Jimmy. Give you a couple of moments and see what we can come up with. How much did you want to invest in these?
Well, how much? I'm not sure. Like, would investing more money make them more potent?
Of course. We can infuse them with residuum and a variety of special effects that cause them to have a larger spread or a greater detonation power.
Power.
Of course.
Spread isn't what's important. I need power.
Very well. One moment. Would 800 gold each work?
Is that the most you can do?
She looks at you. No.
So what is the most dangerous you could possibly make these grenades? And let's start at that point.
She smiles. We can do 3,200 gold worth. That's about the best I can do for one of these. But it's going to consume all the glands to do that. It'll be quite the potent bomb.
Okay, all of it so it's not 3,200 each. 3,200 for one, putting all three glands into one grenade.
Yes.
Yeah, Rose will actually pay that.
Okay.
Yeah, Rose hands over the 3,200 gold.
All right. She's going to take the gold and the glands and go to the back for a couple moments. You can hear her excitedly talking back there. And you'll see Jimmy's head pop around the corner for just a moment and look out to see Sweet August Rose, and he waves with his exceedingly long fingers that are really creepy before ducking back behind.
She waves back at him and just looks at the others and just says, "Right, well, gotta have all sorts of tricks up my book." Echo, you're the spell master here. Is there a spell where, because walking around with these explosives might be dangerous, is there a spell that I could use to summon the explosives to my hand whenever I want them?
Echo?
Yeah, there is. The catch being it's $1,000 a pop. So
Well, I only
every
need to
summons is 1,000. Yeah.
It's a bomb. I only need to summon it once.
How big is it?
I don't know. I guess we'll see in a moment. It depends on how long.
Yeah, there's
How long
weight.
it takes.
There's weight restrictions and size restrictions.
But it is possible. Okay, good to know.
Yep.
So Finkley's going to come back out after a couple moments. As she comes out, she's carrying what looks like a bowling ball. It is.
It's like the
heavy.
size of her. It's like the size of her torso.
Right. It's her arms carrying this out. Just and brings it over and rolls it very gently onto the counter where there's a small pad for glass vials, etc., so nothing bumps or clinks. And then she'll put some bean bags around it so that it doesn't roll. Well, there it is. I don't think we've ever created anything more devastating.
Like I said, I don't need it to blow up a wide area. I just need it to be as potent as possible.
Well, this is going to take all of those and be equivalent to 3 adult dragon breath grenades.
That's all I need.
Goodness. All right. Well, do you need a carrying device for this? Here's some macrame plant hangers that would work quite well.
Actually, yes. It's probably not safe for me to carry this at the moment. How volatile is this? Like, if I bump it, will it explode?
It shouldn't explode as long as the pin's in it, right here. And there is a pin that goes in to a small hole, and there's a latch that the pin is wrapped around, so it cannot accidentally be pulled.
Okay. Gourmet plant holders. That'd be nice for Bob. We get up to wacky stuff here in the fellowship, okay?
Indeed.
No, what are we talking about? We'd never do such stuff.
Okay, so as long as this pin is secure and it should be fine. Okay. Yeah, Rose, it's bowling ball sized.
Yes.
Okay, so it should actually fit in my haversack.
Okay.
So it should be safe in there as long as, I don't get like impaled. Yeah, Rose will put it in there. Oh, I also need those 2 potions of heroism.
Of course. And she puts them into a small wicker basket, looks like a drink carrier, and she will hand that to you.
How much is this going to be?
960 gold total.
All right,
for that, and then 3,200 for the.
Yeah, I already marked that off.
Understood.
So 960 for the 2 heroisms, because those are always just handy to have. Too bad there isn't a potion of protection from good and evil.
There's not.
You can use scrolls to do that now, right?
Oh, that's right. I can.
Yeah, you're
Alright,
a cleric.
I can
What?
cast magic.
So yeah, don't you have the spell?
I do, but I only have 2 slots, so I don't like using it unless I absolutely have to. But yes, I do have the spell. But yeah, that's why she was trying to suit. She was trying to use extend spells so she could cast that and keep that buff on her for as long as possible. But she unfortunately is immune to drugs, so yeah, she watched too many commercials in the 90s, and she just can't do drugs. But okay, all right. So I put that in my haversack. So what? I'm just gonna put special bomb.
You're going to put the polar plum.
Polar.
Polar plum. I like that.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage, and look, I have plans. Okay, I have plans, and then I have backup plans, and then I have backup plans for those backup plans when they inevitably don't work. So
36 die 10.
Everything within 60 feet.
And how many glands did that take? I was peeing.
All 3.
all of them,
Okay.
and a lot of gold. Polar plum. I think I need to refresh. But yeah, is there any other potions you guys want to get while we're here? You wanted a vulnerability, Rickard?
Yeah, do you have a potion of invulnerability back there?
Oh, of course. She doesn't even need to go back. She just goes over and pulls it off the counter. Off the shelf, I'm sorry. Potion
I'll
of
take one of
invulnerability
those.
is 38.40 normally. But you do have the discount.
What's the discount?
I believe
I
it
think
was
it's like
10%.
10%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can only afford one.
Okay. So we do the calculator on that one. So 38.40. Yeah. 38.40 times 0.9. 34.56.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course, anytime. You're friends of the place, and we try to make sure that you're taken care of. What are you going to go kill? After all, a bomb like that, you're probably going to destroy a mountain, aren't you?
It's probably better that you don't know.
Fair enough. Operational security. I'm quite aware.
I'll tell you about it afterwards, if I'm alive.
Don't be close to that or you won't be.
Wait, is it a deck save? Let me just make sure.
It is next game, yeah.
Wow. Just making sure. If it was any other save, then she would agree, but it is a deck save, so that makes me happy. That makes me very happy.
That's when you're supposed to stomp your feet, clap your hands, and shout hooray.
Yeah, we're also dancing.
All right. So that's it for this place. Is there anything else you guys need? Do you need any
Brand's like
Potion.
still putting stuff in his backpack. He's like, I don't know. I don't use potions.
I mean, all right. Echo, nothing.
No, can't think of anything.
All right. Okay. Sorry. One last stop. I gotta talk to Mr. Verm real fast.
So we head off as you guys exit the honey hole and head off into Nausea. Grab Mr. Verm. He's been busy.
He has?
Oh, yeah. If you haven't watched the Saturday morning group, come watch the Saturday morning group. The Us Against the Gods group, Mr. Verm has been very active. Much to Owen, not Owen, but Eowyn's chagrin. All right, so you guys walk over there, and Mr. Verm is out front of his library, currently tending to the tulips.
Oh, Mr. Verm, your tulips look lovely.
Thank you. Huh. He wipes off his hands. How can I help you today, Miss Rose? And friends?
Well, I just wanted to let you know that the time is approaching soon. I just wanted to make sure you're ready.
Oh, I'm quite aware. Our friend says that the garden's looking quite nice.
I'm doing my best to till the soil and get everything ready, but it's going to be one heck of a soiree. So just to be clear, because it admittedly was a long time ago that we spoke about this, as long as we clear the defenses on one wall, you'll be able to offer your aid.
Yes, we'll be able to hold the wall and ensure that we're able to assist with any of the people outside of the Citadel itself.
All right. You have a preference for which wall?
No,
Okay.
it may be fun to be surprised.
All right. Do you have any books on economics?
Economics, of course. It's not a topic that's usually brought up, but of course I do. Right this way. He will walk you in and show you a large book that's labeled Schaefer. That name in chat for you here.
Yeah, I mean, Rose will just ask him, do you mind if I check this out?
Not at all. It hasn't been used in quite a few years. Very few people seek to learn about the economics of the greater world. Why the sudden curiosity?
Well, you know, always trying to expand my horizons.
Of course. Well, I hope it's helpful. How long do you expect to keep it out?
Until I finish it or until I die. Hopefully the former and not the latter.
Very well. It would be most unfortunate for that to be the case. How long does it usually take you to finish books? Or are you one of those people who reads a book over and over again?
How big is this book?
It's a good 2 inches thick.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Says you, because I know what your profession is, and you're used to reading 2-inch thick books.
Well, this is a book on economics, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty dense.
Come on, man. I read Robert Jordan books. Okay, they're also.
I mean, you love Matilda, so the fact that you read Robert Jordan books is not surprising. Oh man, and I love Wheel of Time, but yeah, Rose will actually like open it and just start like reading the forward. Like how dense is this? Because like, is it like
It's, if you go
like
look through it, it will tell you that the book is going to cover everything from the introduction and concept of currency all the way to international commerce and balance of currency and money markets.
okay, so it goes from like 101 stuff to
It would be
like
it would be 201 to 301, but not 401.
all right, yeah. Rose just says, you know, I'm pretty busy, so I don't know how long it'll take me to read this, but I will return it to you once I'm done.
For the record,
Is
I,
there a
as a real life person, love economics, and I took all the economics courses that I could in college. It's one of the courses that I just did everything in. Love that stuff.
Well, I haven't, so
Okay.
let's just pretend that I'm a smart boy and I know and I'm good at
He's
math.
probably
It's a study of interest of mine. That's all. It doesn't make
I
me
mean-
smart or anything. Just means that I enjoy
Yeah.
that topic.
I mean, ultimately, it's human psychology on a macro level, but
Indeed,
but
absolutely.
Rose just is there a rental fee or
No, you're a friend of the. He looks around and lowers his speech. A friend of the garden.
right? All right,
What's mine
Well,
is
like-
yours within reason.
always within reason.
After all, I believe that this serves fertilizing purposes.
Like I said, it's always, you know, oh shoot, I had a perfect flower pun and it just slipped out of my head. Oh no. Oh well.
Like seeds blown in the wind.
It's all we are. Seeds in the wind. Thank you,
Rock
Mr.
on,
Verm.
dudes.
Thank you, Mr. Verm. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Uh,
Do your friends need any light reading to go with them?
Brandon's just like sobering up now, like, oh, I should have gotten some potions, huh?
I mean, alcohol's a potion if you think about it.
It is actually.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are ready to leave? Yes.
I was gonna. Sorry, Ricard's gonna be
Yes.
like, Brim, you offer some kind of like blood magic services, right?
He looks at you. I'm sorry.
Yay. Yeah,
Am I wrong about that?
well, I think he was here when he saw Mr. Verm do it, so
Mr. Verm always does it in the back room.
yeah, we
So-
should probably head inside the store.
So would you have gone in the back room with him in the previous case? I don't remember you doing so. You might have.
I did actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
you did. Okay. In that case, it's my fault on my failed memory. And he will go inside and go towards the back room with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was hush hush.
Yes, it's not exactly accepted in the general public.
I understand.
But
Um,
he will close the door behind you. How can I be
What
of
kind of
service?
services do you offer?
Generally, some information gathering and some tracking. Occasional sympathetic magics, but I don't find them tasteful. I tend to use it to track practitioners instead in order to ensure that they don't cause problems.
Is the tracking like a one-time thing? Is it a continual thing? How does it work?
Oh, it's more of a personal thing. Roll an insight check, sir.
Okay.
Let's see if you can deduce what he's meaning. With an 11, we're going to go ahead and just let you have this one. He uses blood magic to hunt down blood sorcerers and kill them. He doesn't like blood magic. He uses it as a tool to an end.
Could you tell if somebody was a blood sorcerer
He would know.
using their blood?
Yes, he would be able to do that. Do you want to do that?
Ricard's going to hold up the inkwell and be like, would you need all of this blood to do that?
Oh, not at all. We can simply do a detection spell upon it. But why ink? Most squid are generally not blood sorcerers.
Oh, it's just the vial that I had on hand at the time.
Oh, I understand, my dear boy. Let us see.
Yeah, it's always so frustrating when you need to collect blood and you just don't have that tool lying around. It's common frustration.
Yeah, right? So he's going to produce some crystals on long leather thongs and dangle them over the inkwell. They will spin around and then settle, not pointed at the inkwell. I don't believe this is a blood mage's blood. It has been affected by a blood mage. Where did you acquire it?
Leslie helps me out with that.
Ah. I understand. I believe that the traces that I'm aware of would have come from the transference. Would you
That
mind
makes
not
sense.
expressing that I did this for you to her?
Ricard is... He's like on the verge of putting two and two together. Like, why? He doesn't want her to know. But he can't figure it out. And he's like, yeah, okay, sure.
Thank you. And he will
So-
allow you to close up the inkwell. Go ahead.
You can't take this blood and give me a way to just, like, keep track of where somebody is?
No, I'm afraid that's not a skill that I'm able to teach in such a short time. If you had 5 or 6 years, perhaps I could teach you how to do that. But it's not a swift spell, and it's not a easily learned talent.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind then.
Of course.
That's all I needed. Thank you, Verm.
Have a wonderful day, Ricard. By the way, your armor suits you quite well, Lord of Karth.
Ricard just gives him a nod.
How does he know that?
Know what?
Mm-hmm. And you're able to
Ricard
walk
doesn't
out.
know anything. Like,
How does Mr. Firm know that you're the Lord of Karth?
sure he has ways, but Ricard has no idea.
Understood. I know that the player can acknowledge that, but Ricard just...
Yeah, 8 whiz, yeah. Or it's 9, it's not 8, yeah.
No, it's 7.
Oh, shit. We need to get you that cursed item Saphira has that raises
The cursed item that reduces your wisdom score to 0? Your wisdom modifier to 0?
Yeah, so it sets it at 0, so that would be
Yes.
an increase.
That's much more fun this way.
It is pretty fun watching him just miserably fail every wisdom save.
If you've not watched the Wednesday night group, which is the train wreck, Saphira touches everything. Doesn't matter if it's trapped or not, just touches everything. And I had set a trap of a ring that automatically attunes to you and sets your wisdom score, wisdom modifier to 0, whatever it is. and like everyone else is ready to touch it and inspect it and everything, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to take that," and just takes it, and her wisdom score increases to where her modifier is 0.
So now she has the common level of wisdom. Oh, that's great. But all right. If that's everything, do you mind if we take a slight field trip to Silver Spar?
I have no objection. What is
Brendan's
Silver
still
Spire?
fine.
So you may have seen that little stone zipping around Amer's head. I want to get one like it, and apparently that's where they come from.
Oh, cool.
Never been there, so
Okay. It's an
I
attunement slot. Are you prepared for that?
well, yeah. I mean, I gave up my belt, so I have the spare space now.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it's just we just follow the road, so we can just literally walk there.
Yep, it's only 3 days away.
What? Why are we walking, Rose?
Walk 3 days.
It's only a
Yeah,
3-day walk.
Echo's gotten to where he misty steps the other side of the room. He doesn't like to walk in there anymore.
You're doing worse than Amber. That's saying something.
Yeah.
Crazy ass
Well-
mage.
It's like,
Judith did
Well-
mention that it's kind of warded, but do you have a? I mean, I guess we could ionic hydrogen it.
oh, it's warded from.
It said it was in a mountain
Well,
and
potentially.
generally dangerous to attempt.
All right,
Which
hold
is
on.
bad.
Yeah, Rose will hold up a mudra in front of her face and just kind of whisper to herself, and she will one bless herself and also cast Bond of Peace on her. So that takes 12 seconds.
Okay.
And
You understand? I can't teleport what you see. I have to teleport what I see, right?
well, I don't. Oh, you can't Did you already use your wish for
I
today?
can do. No, I can do telepathy. I hate to spend it on a teleportation, but we can. I mean, because I can use the Eye of Hydra. Just.
All
I
right.
don't see any reason I wouldn't be able to make it work.
All right. Well, if you feel safe doing it, I just want you've been struck down before.
Yeah, it'll happen.
It'll
Oh.
happen.
But Rose
Uh,
did Bond of Peace and Bless, so you do have a plus 2d4, so you should be fine.
Bless
Oh.
doesn't count for ability rolls. You need guidance for
It's a
that.
saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, it's saving throw. You're right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, and then I'll take a potion of advantage so that'll give me advantage on the roll.
Okay.
And yeah,
Hold on.
try like I guess the entrance to Silver Spar, since we're not trying to go directly into the mountain. It's probably safer to just teleport to the front door.
There we go. All right, and should be with advantage,
Yes, sir.
and then 2.4.
Okay. You're fine.
Okay, I hit it anyway. Yeah,
Awesome.
very good.
So, Echo, you can see this in your mind's eye.
Okay, I'm going to try and teleport there.
Awesome. Because you can see it, you can go there. Bloop. Awesome. Cool. So you have arrived at the gates of Silver Spar. As you are there, you see a woman just off to the left of the gate, lounging. She's a little eccentric and has a black cat at her feet. She waves. Hello! How are you? Who are you? Why are you here? How can I help you? When will you be leaving?
I am fine. My name is Rose. We're here to buy iron stones, and we should be leaving after we make our purchase.
Oh, that is most excellent. I am Bad Rabbit. This is Menelouche, the Prince of Cats, Master of the Great Hunt, and Prince of the Great Realm that belongs to himself.
Oh, bad.
Card whispers to Monty, "We need to get you some titles, man."
Ooh, a little bat. How delightful it is. Its name is Monty?
Montalban.
Montalban. What a distinguished name. Menelouche wishes to eat Montalban and grant him passage into his own realm. Would he accept?
Monty, you want to be eaten? That's a no.
I'm very sorry, Lord Menelouche. The bat known as Montalban does not wish to be eaten by Menelouche, the Prince of Cats, Prince of the Great Hunt, and Master of his own realm.
Miss Rabbit,
Yes,
this is where
Miss Rose.
we can buy iron stones?
Oh, of course. The dwarves and various craftsmen are within. They have locked the door, but my friend Lightning Dog will be here in a moment if you'd like to purchase some from him. He is quite the cad.
Well, why have they locked the door?
I am uncertain. It could have something to do with the earthquake that recently happened.
Oh yeah, that big one, huh? Yeah, that was well, actually, end character was like yesterday, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
They have expelled anyone who is not a dwarf. I see that as slightly racist. Do you not?
I mean, it probably is a little speciest, yeah.
Indeed. But they do mean for the best for their people. So I will be understanding, and I will not burn their entire mountain into a pile of ash.
Are you a sorcerer?
I am. She is not near powerful enough to do this. This is 100% braggadocious.
I mean, I don't know. It's you can't kick Toivo, you can't kick a can in Toivo without hitting a level 20 adventure. So like
She's not one
you
of
never
them.
know.
Oh, look,
Rose just
there he is now, and a bolt of lightning will strike. Did I hear a deal? Someone wished to purchase something. Oh, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pardon my touch, it's a little shocking. As he reaches for your hand.
Are you gonna shock me if I shake your hand?
It's not voluntary, I hope not, but it's the discharge of my personality.
Right. I think I hate this place.
Oh, so you were looking. My ears were burning. You understand I eavesdrop a little bit. You're looking for iron stones, yes? Look at these! And he opens his vest, and he's got a whole bunch of them, little hangers that look like earring hangers.
Well, I'm looking for a stone of mastery.
Oh, a stone of mastery. Of course, most excellent taste. And he pulls a iron stone of mastery from his vest.
How much would it cost?
Oh, I'm sure I couldn't depart with it for less than 55,000 gold. Exactly.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry,
Somewhere
I
Aver's
forgot
having a
about that.
frog and is like,
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, Aver's he's somehow in Uthuric. He got a little chill, even though he's pretty warm from training. He's like, oh wow, what's stuck in my throat all of a sudden? Oh well, back to training.
There's no way an iron stone of mastery is worth that much.
I mean, we've sold items, you know, for that amount roughly. I have Kyofu went for 100,000.
Right?
But yeah, this is actually where I kind of really wish I had Aimer, because last time Rose tried to haggle, it did not end well. But Rose is just going.
You'd know
Who's
that
gonna-
Aimer spent less than 20,000 on his.
Yeah. Was I there when you bought it? Because you
Yes.
bought it from Judith, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I bought it from Judith. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was public when I bought that.
Yeah. So Rose is going to frown and just says that seems extremely inflated.
Oh, inflated is such a horrible word. Let's negotiate. What price were you thinking of?
I was thinking 10,000.
Oh dear. I couldn't possibly do 10,000, but I could be convinced to come down to 30.
How about 10,000? And then Rose is let's see, do I have anything in here?
Did I mention 10,000 yet? Because how about 10,000?
Yeah. 10,000 and you know what? Rose will actually pull out a piece of scrimshaw.
Ooh. It's quite
It's-
nice.
It
Where's
is
this
a
from?
This is a dragon tooth with the the scrimshaw is a rolling of the Nightshade Monastery. So if you were to put ink on it and roll it, it would be a picture of the Nightshade Monastery.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Shuian architecture on a dragon's tooth, scrimshaw. What an exotic combination. Oh my goodness, that's got to be worth at least 2,000 gold pieces. Oh, I could come down to 15,000 gold plus the tooth, of course.
That's market price, Rose. in case
I
you're
know.
curious.
I know. I have the same magical price.
Okay, good. Hector was also lying, telling you to buy it. You might not have heard him, but he was there.
So you know what? Rose will actually, she'll take the tooth back, and she'll actually pull out her little chisel, and she will actually put her little rose symbol on the bottom of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, artist, and then she'll just put first edition. There we go.
Awesome.
I just raised the price by 1,000 gold.
Very well. Roll your deception check, please.
It's not a deception check. She is an artist, and
All right, I will allow persuasion. Up to you. I will allow either one, persuasion or deception, your choice. Do you have that inspiration that you got earlier?
I am going to use that inspiration I got earlier. That's what it's for. Better.
With a 16, Lightning Dog is convinced because he's got an inside of -4. So he's not the
No,
brightest light bulb in a Happy Meal. Just saying, guys.
I know Bad Rabbit was a player character. Was Lightning Dog as well?
No, Lightning
That's
Dog is part of Bad Rabbit's backstory.
Okay, cool.
So
Sure.
he's technically part of the wandering band of circus performers that she's part of.
And what's the cat's name again? Because I love him.
Menelouche, the Menelouche, the Prince of Cats, Lord of the Great Hunt, master of his own realm.
Great hunt.
Yes.
That
Isn't that the thing the Fae do?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I'd be careful throwing that title around.
Yeah, no, he throws that title around just fine because Bad Rabbit is his familiar.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
The cat's the
I've seen that-
sorcerer.
I've seen that feat in the
Yeah.
character.
Uh-huh. The cat's the sorcerer, she's the familiar, and all of her spells that she casts are him casting it through her.
Awesome.
Now that's a Ray character right there.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen Ray play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, come hang out. She plays amazing characters on those nights.
Oh yeah.
How many hit points does a cat have? I mean,
I think it's like 180.
I mean, I'm gonna bomb the cat and then she's toast, right?
Oh no, you bomb her, she's dead.
Yeah, she has one hit point.
Oh.
She's a familiar.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he's got warding bond on her so that all of her damage goes to him, and he just sits there and soaks it and hides.
Oh, wow.
It's a build. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
it's interesting. It's interesting.
That's a pretty interesting build.
About Lightning
Uh,
Dog. I tell you, I don't think I could play in that group. That's Lightning Dog and
Lightning Dog, Bad Rabbit, Ace Tiger. Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
them.
they are so fun. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like you watch them, they are just some of the funnest people.
They are very goofy and they are very adult, but it is a very specific group that can work well together there.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But turning back to Lightning Dog, so 14,000 plus this first edition artist original.
Of course. A delight and a pleasure. And he will hand you the Iron Stone. And as he goes to hand it to you, do you take it from him?
Can you just like toss it to me?
Do you ask him to?
Yes.
Okay. He tosses it, and an arc of lightning hits it as it's moving towards you and then fades.
Yeah, I'll catch it.
A delight and a pleasure, of course. You may place my payment on the floor.
Oh yeah, Rose will count out the 14,000 gold and she'll put it down.
A pleasure doing business with you, Bad Rabbit. We can now buy the new tent. And she smiles. Thank you so much, Miss Rose. It has been a pleasure and a delight to have made a business deal with you. Our business is now concluded. You may go.
Well, actually, I was kind of hoping to talk to some of the dwarf craftsmen in there, because, yeah, Rose actually, opens her mouth and starts undoing her tongue piercing. Yeah, she, she kind of undoes it real fast, and I was hoping to mount the Ion Stone on this piercing.
Well, in
And-
that case,
I
you would
think
wish
one of
to speak to Marcordia. Let me see if I can get her to come to the door. We will raise quite the fuss. One moment.
I could knock on the. Okay.
Would you like to knock instead? It will save my knuckles and nails.
Sure. Rose will head on over to the door and
Okay, they'll
Knock
step
on it
off
with-
to the side and conspire would be a good word for what they're doing.
Rose just knocks on it with the staff.
A large dwarf opens the door and looks up at you just a little bit. Eh?
Hi, I recently bought one of these stones, and if at all possible, I would like to mount it on this piercing stud.
Ah. Eh?
May I speak to a craftsman or someone who is capable of doing that?
Eh. Eh. And he's going to close the door on you for a moment. It takes better
I'll turn to
10
the
minutes.
I'll turn to the others. Have any of you guys ever been here before?
I have not.
Nope.
Oh, so I guess I can't ask if they're always this weird.
After a few moments, the door opens and a blonde dwarf with dark skin comes out wearing orange armor and a green hammer. Oi! How be ye, lass? And she starts unfolding a folding table, putting a tool belt down. You want to have a setting done?
Oh yeah, just I need to put this stone onto this stud.
Ah, not bad, not bad. Right here this way. My name's Marcoria Farovane, ruler and supreme chancellor of Silver Spar. Nice to make your acquaintance. Get that thing out of your tongue.
Oh, Rose already took it out.
It's a disgusting thing. Goodness.
She is the Senate, okay?
Why do people do this? I don't ever understand. And she looks at it. Do you want to keep the old one?
Interesting. So the old one was just a normal steel stud.
Right. Do you want to keep it?
Though I have a question, Eric, and this is going to
Yes.
be completely GM
Sure.
purview. She's been what she does is she casts darkness on that steel stud whenever she wants to, make sure that she can close her mouth to make sure the darkness doesn't affect her teammates.
Which is an
Would
exploit and beyond a degree, but go ahead.
So, hey, I didn't write the rules, okay? uh, would all her castings of darkness on this stud have changed it in any way? Is it like black now?
I'm cool
Or
with
is
it
it
being
just
black.
Yeah, I mean, just throwing it out there.
Sure.
Rose just says, I mean, sure, I'll keep it, but I mean, I only have enough room for one stud.
Oh. Well, then let's go ahead and give you the ball. And she takes a pair of wire cutters and snaps it off and hands you the little ball.
Thank you. So, you're the ruler of this city?
I've been doing it now for a better part of 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Still not getting used to it. And ding, ding, ding. Yeah. She sticks a jeweler's loop in her eye. I understand.
So why have you closed the city?
Oh, safety. Safety last. Just trying to make sure that none more of them earthquakes cause panic. You see, the dwarves, we tend to be a little bit xenophobic and superstitious. They closed the market down just because of the shakes. They didn't want anything falling off the tables.
I see.
Now, I think that'll do. You're going to have a hard time speaking with it, though, you know. And she shows you that it's the size of a knuckle on the stud.
Oh, it's that big?
They're fairly large.
They're the size of your thumb, technically. I'm giving you a small one the size of a knuckle. You're going to be speaking like you have a jawbreaker in your mouth at all times.
Aw. Shoot. I thought it'd be cool to have it as the tongue's piercing.
Oh, no,
I
it's
didn't real-
cool. It'll be cool. It'll also be annoying as
Well, I
all
mean,
hell.
if it's that big, like a gumball, then that's not gonna work. Then, like,
Right. The
Uh,
putting it in your mouth basically negates the vulnerability of the ion stones being floating around you.
well, yeah, fair enough. I was wondering if, is it? No. Could we keep the vulnerability and just say someone like literally rips her like off her tongue?
Okay.
Like just like
Sure.
it's still there. It's an ion stone. If
We can
anyone
make it smaller, that's fine. As long as there's an opportunity for someone to attack the stone itself.
Yeah, no, I mean, the only people she's going to be fighting, I'm assuming, are going to be badasses. So I figured they would be able to, actually do something that hard.
Okay. Cool. We'll do that.
I don't want to get rid of the mechanical vulnerability. I'm not trying to do an exploit. I just thought it'd be cool to have
That's
that
fine.
tongue
We can
piercing,
do that.
know?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure if it's just style, I'm fine with it.
It's pure fluff.
If
Yeah.
it's pure fluff, I'm perfectly fine with it. You guys know that I love style because it is the most important stat.
Cool.
It is. I agree.
Excellent. Yeah, and if someone manages to rip it out of her mouth, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll even go so far as to say that would probably do a point or two of damage.
Okay. We'll cover that when we need to.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so let me just. Well, I'm sorry. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Marcoria Ferrovane, and I will type that in chat because I don't have it handy, but I do know how to spell it.
Pharaoh vein. So iron vein. Okay.
Yeah.
Notes.
Nope, that's not
No,
correct.
it's-
And there's no G in that. Marcoria Ferrovane. There we go.
Arcoria. Pharaoh vein. Leader of Silver
Silver
Spar.
One word. Yep.
Blonde.
Is that all you needed?
That is all I came here for. Yes, actually.
You came to the dwarven capital of the world to get a pretty stud. I've seen it worse. Anyway, a pleasure doing business with you. That'll be 2 gold.
Oh yeah, I'll pay the 2 gold.
Okay. So, where are you going from here, lass?
From here,
Yes.
probably back to Nausea.
Oh, how delightful. I'd give you a shipment, but we had someone come through a couple weeks ago and take one, so we don't need anything sent there. Appreciate it, though.
Are you sure? Any delivery like packages you need immediately delivered to Nausea expediently?
No, not really, no.
Ah, too bad.
Nope, afraid not. Anyway,
Actually,
yes.
I'll turn to Echo. Echo, you're actually tapped out, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you can still cast one more. Okay.
As you
Well,
turn,
then, yeah.
you reveal by moving Ricard von Karth, who she wasn't able to see earlier. And she looks over. Oh, hello, handsome. I recognize the armor and the outfit. There's no way that you could be the true thing, but has anyone ever told you you're the spitting image of Ricard von Karth?
Ricard smiles. I happen to be him.
No! I had a statue of you in my bedroom long ago.
Oh.
Yeah, those things sold like hotcakes back in the day.
Indeed. They made it all over the world. How can you be alive, though, lad? It's impossible. But you do have a striking image of him.
It's a long story, but suffice to say, I took a very long nap.
Ah. Well, suffice it to say that whenever I looked at your statue, a few minutes later, I also took a very long nap.
My God.
Man,
Ricard will just give her a wink and a smile.
She blushes.
Dwarven women, man.
Thank you for your services.
Thank you for yours, my lord. May I bother you for a kiss on the cheek?
Ricard will happily bend down and give her a kiss on the cheek.
She grabs the back of your head, or tries to. Will you resist?
Not enough.
Okay. As you resist just enough to make it a little awkward for her, she is absolutely going to plant one right on your lips. And then just let you go.
Ricard will just come away laughing.
Been a dream
Got a
of
strong
mine.
grip there.
Exactly how I dreamed. And she will turn around, and with a nice hop and a skip, she jumps into the air, clicks her heels, and goes through the door.
Ricard will just gonna turn to the party and just gonna raise his eyebrows like, okay.
I mean, from one ruler to another, I think that was the start of friendly diplomatic relations between Silver Spar and Karth.
Ricard kind of puts two and two together. Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry for the character if anyone is offended by that type of behavior.
Oh
But
no!
there we go.
Dwarves do be dwarfing.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
nice beard.
Oh, yeah, very nice beard.
Well, Echo, if you're not tapped out, I guess we can head back to Nausha or anywhere else you want to go.
Yeah, now she's good.
Okay,
All right, I guess we can.
so
Let's
I
go.
guess we'll teleport to Nausha.
and we cast teleport once again, casting another spell slot to boink back here as we save ourselves friendly fire miles. Yep.
Leaving the ranger just thoroughly bored.
Really bored. As he can't do any of his ranging. It's
No.
just teleporting. All right. So you guys arrive back in town. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Well, I've gotten everything I basically need. Oh dear. I suppose now it's. I suppose we could head to Bourbon, but I'd rather wait until
Okay.
everyone's fully topped up, and also if we had Aimer.
We can't go to Bourbon until tomorrow. I'm tapped out.
I mean, I
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying pick up Aimer and
Well,
And,
he has his training to do, and I
Amer's
still
not back for several days.
there's
Like-
still work I need to do on the back end. Things that I'm going to be blunt. This party are not very good at subtle things.
Right.
And yeah, Captain Subtle's on the other side of the world too. So
Yeah,
I mean, but we are
look,
the
there's
most
a lot of
stealthy.
subtle stuff I need to work on. Says the woman who bought a 36 die 10 bomb.
sometimes
But
it be like that, okay?
yeah, filthy hypocrite. But now I have a passive perception of 35. Passive perception of 35. There we go. Which is nice and even. And if I'm able to get advantage, Eric, that feat, the reconnaissance specialist feat,
Yes.
that's not like a character specific special.
No,
feat,
that's
just
absolutely
good.
available. 100% available.
If I got that, I would have advantage on perception checks, which adds another +5 to your passive perception. I would have a 40 passive perception, which I think is the max possible.
You might be able to see Amer sneaking.
No, actually, because I think you regularly get like the 45s to 48s.
I mean, if you want to get like really nitty gritty, if you really tried, his base is that's not the right screen. This one.
Because her perception is a +20, so even if she rolled a 20, her maximum perception is a 40. So her,
yeah, so
her passive perception is basically natural critting all the time if she was to get advantage.
so yeah, his base, if he rolled bare minimum with full prep, he'd be at a 31.
Wait, how does
His
advantage give you natural 20s on passive?
No, so the rules in the DMG state that if you have advantage on the perception check, it raises your or have advantage on perception. It raises your passive perception by +5.
Okay.
So if she were to have that, it would raise from 35 to 40.
Yes.
Which is and her maximum possible roll is a 40.
Yep.
So it would essentially be her passive perception would be basically the
Yep.
level of her naturally critting constantly.
Indeed.
If I were to do that.
Yep.
But I mean, there's a lot of other feats that are actually really good, like Meta Magic Adept and things like that. But
Mhm.
so I don't know what to do. But anyways,
I'm glad I can give you difficult decisions.
well, I'm also thinking about just taking a complete and total story feat that does nothing mechanically and just does story stuff. So I don't know.
100% valid.
But anyways, Rose will just say to the others, I mean, all of you, would you be willing to come to Bourbon with me once we've gathered the party together?
So there's
I'll be
one
there.
thing you do
That's
need
the
to
plan,
remember
isn't
as well with all of this is that currently, whenever anything happens at Bourbon, you kind of have a slight roadblock with Amer.
What's going on?
Hetsu made a deal with Zora and Kelters to assist.
Well, Zoran promised not to be an ally. So if you're with me,
No, but Amer is part of Zoran Keltris, so that kind of negates it. And Amer flat out said if he sees Zoran Keltris there, he's going to try to murder him.
hopefully Zoran doesn't show in person. It's just his minions.
But I'm saying that's something that, given Rose's insight and knowledge of
Yes.
Amer, she'd be very cognizant of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is worrisome.
It's only an illusion.
What's
Right.
only an illusion?
Death is only an illusion, right?
Death is an illusion, but so is justice and the future. But so as far
Fame now.
as far as Keltris is concerned, she's not worried about him jumping you or Amer, because as long as Amer's with her, I think the treaty the agreement would keep him from trying to hurt you in any way, because that would be breaking the alliance effectively.
It wouldn't be though, considering Aimer technically is Zoran Caltris.
Is Aimer technically Zoran Kildris?
That would be what he was saying to you in general, being part of not being real and being a manifested nightmare. That was part of Aimer's like intersectional crisis he talked about in the Endless Pinnacle.
Oh no,
So
she remembers the conversation. She's just wondering if.
Well, she can wonder that because that's what Aimer thinks anyway.
Well, yeah, she. One separation. I mean, separation is also an illusion. Yes, thank you. So we're all one, anyways. But in terms of the actual Fey agreement, you know, Rose is willing to make the argument that Keltris, that you are a separate entity from Keltris, and if he tries to say otherwise, then well, I'll punch him in the face.
Oh, I'm just saying that's something Rose needs to consider with all of that in general.
Yeah, no, she'll definitely consider it, but well, that's you know a week away. In game, not out of game. Out of game, it's probably like a month or two away. In game, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As far as that goes, I want to wait for Aimer to finish his training before we even begin thinking about starting this assault. Testu as well, once he's finished with his audit. Yeah,
how do you want to do it?
I'm
What's
still
the plan?
I'm still gathering information, but for us, what our plan will be is, well, actually, that's actually what we can work on tomorrow. I need to use the Eye of Kydron tomorrow. Echo, sorry. Bourbon is protected by a series of wards. These wards go up during times of emergency, and they effectively cordon off the city. We need a passage stone to be able to go through those wards, or we have to already be in the castle when they go up. What I'm hoping to do is we can find one of those stones and preferably either try to duplicate them or even perhaps destroy the wards on Bourbon, or come up with a way to destroy those wards. And that would kick off the plan. The actual plan I have for the actual assault is flying over the castle on Amorosi's back and airdropping onto the top of the castle, and then infiltrating it and killing Cervantes, hopefully while he's distracted with the other things I have planned going on in the city. But like I said, I need to do a lot more research. My shadow is currently casing the castle. She's trying to look for weaknesses, trying to map it out. She's recording everything that she's seeing. Hopefully we can get the floor plans of the castle. We can find the jar that contains my sister's soul. And that way we will have some further objectives to put into the plan for when we actually do the raid. And then once we have that plan ready, I'll inform all my allies about when we do the attack, and it'll probably happen sometime at night. That's what I've got so far.
And if we can add a side objective, I'd like to capture Malachi, if we can.
If he's in the castle, that's I have no problem doing that if we come across him. There are some other steps we need to do. We need to take out one of the ballista on top of the walls, the siege equipment on top of one of the walls, which would allow Mr. Verm to enter the battle on our side. From the walls, we'll head into the castle proper, and then, well, the battle will begin. If Malachi is in the castle, I have no problem capturing him, if that is what you want, Ricard. But we may not have time for a long, drawn-out, heartfelt conversation.
Yeah, I just want to bring him to Karth.
Sure. I have.
That's dark. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I have no problems with that. He's your friend. In terms of the actual raid, there's dozens, if not hundreds, of powerful demons in that castle. I'd like all of you to think about how best you would be able to fight through that if we have to. Echo, for example, like, I know you like to, excuse my language, blow your load pretty fast in a fight, but this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. So if there's some way you could, well, actually, I was thinking about this. Would it be possible for you to make a simulacrum of yourself at full power? The real you hangs back and doesn't fight, while the simulacrum is shooting out all your spells. And then, when the simulacrum is almost done, it uses its 9th level spell to make another simulacrum of the original, who's you, fresh, who hasn't done anything yet.
No.
And then
Not
It's
gonna,
that-
no, we're not going to do that.
No, the thing about it is Echo has to use Wish to make a simulacrum, so the simulacrum would not have Wish.
well, the original.
However, however, there is a way for simulacrums to make simulacrums, but they end up being terribly weak. It's a copy
well-
of a copy.
Well,
So it has,
I
like,
think.
tools
Well, I
to
think.
hit
Well, I think Eric's actually officially
original.
axed that because knick-knack.
No, we're not going to do the chain simulacrum thing for infinite power.
But yeah, simulacrum. That's doable. But Echo has some features now that he hadn't had in the past.
Yeah, you have your Eldritch Blast, which lets
His
you.
Eldritch Blast is in the 60s.
So that lets you, yeah, preserve your strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Echo's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve, and
Okay.
I don't know. It depends on what level we go in at, but yeah, right now he can last a lot longer than he. You know, the last time we took a long rest, it didn't bother him at all. He still had almost most of his health spell slots. I mean, he was low on points,
for once.
but he had,
Eldritch Blast is really good.
yeah. So he's getting much better. He's getting much better than at
Okay.
holding his strength.
And Brennan, how many arrows of slaying do you have?
Oh, I have to count. I have quite a few. I have I have enough. I'll count, but
Suffice it to say, don't hold back while we're in
Yeah.
in this raid. I know you want to save a lot of them for Vagradan, but
well, we can buy other ones.
true. And as far as reward goes, this is something we've never really discussed. You all know who I really am. And if we're successful, I will be effectively in control of the city. Whatever's left of it. Most of, I imagine, the resources of the city would be turned towards repairing the damage that is done. So I don't think I will be able to give you any sort of monetary reward. But of course, you know, you would all be friends of Bourbon and myself.
Certainly enjoy that.
Brennan's just staring off.
Oh,
Like,
what a flirt.
yeah. Brennan's like, oh man, I'm gonna get more potions. Hey, do you want me to see if I can get stuff that blows up for my arrows?
I mean, do you think that would work?
I don't know. You're just giving the plan.
Anything that would
I don't
make
know.
you better at killing demons. Maybe you could tie flasks of holy water to the end of your arrows. I don't know. Or dip your arrows in holy water. I have no idea.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, you're the. Wait, are demons one of his hunting targets, or is it just dragons and undead?
He said demons when you guys had, but he lied. So it's dragons and undead.
Wait a
He's
minute,
been
you
lying the
lied to
entire
us?
damn campaign.
Yeah. The very first thing he did was lie.
Yeah, I'm a demon hunter, sure.
Yeah. We actually used. You're like, hey, he's our expert demon hunter. We said that several times.
That is
Yes, you did.
incredible.
Doesn't have any
Yeah,
special abilities about
Let me make sure I'm
demons.
not lying.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no.
I remember holding
Yeah,
this
yeah,
secret
yeah.
the whole time because every time you guys
Yeah.
are like, yeah, he's my expert demon slayer. I'm like,
If by demons you mean
Right,
dragons,
right.
sure.
yeah.
He had killed demons, but all he did was just shoot. He didn't like know what he
Right.
did. He just got lucky.
He just
I mean,
shoots
yeah,
things.
an arrow to the heart kills a demon just as well as it kills anybody else.
Yeah.
But yes, she blinks at the revelation that he's not actually a demon hunter. Well, maybe we can ask someone at one of the churches. Like, would dipping your arrows in holy water help? I don't know. I've the only demons I've really ever killed have been with you guys.
Brendan's gonna be like, you know who would know? That girl at the bar would know.
I mean, is she still there? I mean, we can go check. Rose will head over to the consortium to see if that cute girl with the staff is still there.
Awesome. Cool. So you guys are going to the Longstriders Consortium. As you walk in, you look around. She's not here. And Brad is cleaning up the bar.
You know who knows? Brad probably knows. Hey, Brad.
Yeah. Well, how can I help you? I'm sorry for not greeting you. Is there something I can get for you? Got some ale right here. Whiskey? Water. Water.
No.
That's all you drink.
I do drink water, but no, this is a very important question, and I think
Oh,
only
sure.
you can
Yeah,
answer.
absolutely. How can I help?
If a ranger
Brendan will take the water.
wanted to be very
Very
good at killing
dehydrated.
demons, would dipping his arrows in holy water help him kill demons?
No. Unless it's like a good luck thing. I've heard that actually helps. Because if you believe something's going to happen, it usually does.
I believe that you're
Brendan's like,
gonna go get me
Yeah.
a glass of water.
I'm going to get you a glass of water. Yes, ma'am. And
Oh,
he
look at
goes
that,
running
yeah.
off to get you a glass of water. He comes back with a glass of water.
Wow, I think you were right, Brad.
It's called manifesting. It's a great thing.
Manifesting one's own destiny, huh?
Absolutely.
I could ask Lilith tomorrow, maybe.
Lilith.
Or not Lilith.
Leslie.
I'm drawing a blank.
Leslie.
Yeah.
I know who he's talking about because she's very Lilith-like.
Yeah. And Brennan is gonna go get some potions tonight or tomorrow before he leaves too.
Okay, cool. Just go ahead and let me know what you are picking up. We don't have to play through all that.
Yeah.
We did a ton of shopping
he's gonna
today
get-
and everything.
He's gonna get 5 invisibility.
Okay, awesome. 5 invisibility potions. Sweet.
Okay, so... Well, Brad, even though we're not members of the consortium, can we rent a room?
Of course. It's going to be 2 gold per day. I bet.
We'll use... Is Testu here, or is he
Oh,
like...
Testu's right
is
over
he-
there. He's currently enjoying his moonstone waves. Hello.
Is he being audited by Anwa yet for blocking out the moon?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
No, as far as he
Uh,
knows.
This is a moon audit. All right, we'll take 5 beds then.
Can I get a religion check from you, just because it's fun and we've brought this up?
Nope.
Nope. With a 12, I will give you that there's something about the moon involved in the audit. So that's all I'm going to give you. But
Well, yeah, it's a moon audit. Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah, there's something going on with when this is going to happen. So
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be on the full or new moon or
Yeah.
something. We'll see.
Mhm.
I'm an expert when it comes to religion
I know.
and history.
'Cause you're a
So
monk.
yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll take 5 rooms.
All right. You're able to go upstairs and each claim your own room.
And I'll mark off the 10 gold. I'll pay for it for tonight.
Awesome.
Give the magnificent mansion time to recharge.
Sure.
How many days are we gonna pass? How many days are we gonna montage here for Aimer to come back? Or
Well, we're
please
actually
take-
going to pan the camera now.
Yeah.
So as the camera flies across oceans, across seas, across land and mountains, passing dragons by, we find Amer Shestina in the snowy wastes of Utherg with his instructor. She's guiding him through the snows and showing him how to avoid knocking snow off of a pine tree.
Since no one's here to see it, Aimer does not look like a standard punch you in the face stealth that everyone is used to. His face is actually quite cold and emotionless and he's looking almost like he's very on edge. And so he's very seriously taking down all of these lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And as well just being very, very cautious on his feet.
Well done. So, where did you learn these traits?
Well, I'd like to say it was someplace fun or nice, but spent
No such thing.
I mean there is, but it's been 100 or so years as an assassin.
Seth, who have you killed that is of note?
Mostly people in the Fae.
People who deserve it, then.
Well, most people deserve it, to be fair.
Do you believe I deserve it?
I don't know you.
Would you like to?
That's why I'm here.
Truly.
To be honest with you, if that curse had gone over all of Melage Rock, I wouldn't have cared either. Most of them people, I'd be happy if they were dead.
Interesting.
Have you spent any time in that castle?
In the castle? In Melage Rock? No.
Yeah. It's not an experience I wish upon anyone.
The people there are not exactly friendly.
Well, last time, well, not one day last time, it was a few times ago. It probably would have been, I don't know, 70 years ago. I had to kill one of the giant mages who apparently angered someone. I was just following orders at the time, and they get real unfriendly real fast.
Indeed. Well, it is going to be night soon. Do you wish to attempt to remain out here amongst the dangers with me? Or do you wish to retreat to the castle where it's warm and safe?
If I wanted warm and safe, I'd be back in Nausea.
This
The
Nausea
shadows
place
everywhere as
seems
it is.
luxurious.
It's very comfortable, but very soft. It's like Conrad's like it, and it's a good place to lay low, keep myself unsuspecting. But I mean, even as it is right now, there's no night, there's no day. It's just shadow and shadow.
Here, nothing is soft. Well, nearly nothing.
That's why I came out here. Nice little. Wow. You know, you can only run around acting like an idiot for so long before you need a break from it.
Truly.
Well, the last time I really got everything going, it was. Aaron kind of pauses for a moment. He's like very carefully stepping over a branch that's sticking up out of the snow because he knows if he hits it, it's just going to shatter from brittleness.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, last time I really felt anything to this seriousness was, he kind of paused. He's like, how studious are the Glomen in various religion?
Not very. We don't believe that gods have any power unless we give it to them.
You're not wrong there.
Should we cast a spell?
But we came across the avatar of Orcus, the god of undeath.
And
Well,
did you kill it?
It's definitely, well, kind of pauses. That avatar, yes. We took his wand away.
And what good
That
does
was-
that do?
Upsets him.
So you were
He
simply
decided-
being an annoyance to a god or a
Well, he
thing
was
that
being a-
claims to be such.
He was being an annoyance to us. He said he got in my way. He paid for it. Much like had we gotten in your way with that moonstone, we would have paid for it.
Indeed.
Sometimes words and favors get, you win some battles with honey, you win others with the blade.
You win others with actions. Here. Begin cutting. And she hands you a saw and begins cutting the snow into blocks.
Amer starts sawing and he's like, I'm curious what we're doing with this.
I do not wish to remain outside in Utherg at night without shelter.
Amer pauses. The moon is gone entirely, right? Oh, hold on a minute. Does the sun still come out?
It does.
Okay. That's what I was curious about. I didn't know if the Shintara Grove only came out at night or not.
At the moment, it does.
Okay.
Oh, that's ominous.
Well, that
Yeah.
puts the thing up, because Amer would then wonder if it was no sunlight, he wondered where the mammoths to eat and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Well, given the Wendigos and the dragons
Right.
and the other undead we came across out here, I would. Yes, shelter sounds good. Amer starts sawing as well.
This should take us no more than 2 hours. As long as you are able to work as well as you have been stealthy.
Well, guess we're gonna find out. It's been a little while. My thought unpaused. Amer starts getting to work. He's in very serious mode. So
So she.
So it's something you want me to roll, or are we just working here?
You're just working.
All right. Amer's gonna
If
silently
you
work
want
back.
to roll, I will let you roll whatever you'd like, but you're easily able to succeed because I know for a fact that I was able to do this at 9 years old, and you can absolutely do this as Amer.
Yeah, and Amer's not gonna be one to be his normal like big mouth self here. He's
Okay.
just going to silently work.
You guys can spend the better part of 2 hours without saying a word. She will take the blocks that you cut, along with the ones she does, and form a ring that looks like a keyhole on the ground. Would Amer be familiar with the concept of an igloo?
I'm gonna roll like a D100. If I get a 1 to 25, yes.
Okay,
No, he has no idea.
very well. She is
he-
going to walk you through the process of creating an igloo for the night. And she
Amer's gonna then remember the fact of the after we let go of the dome, the tiny hut,
Mhm.
how it was still very, very warm.
Right.
And he goes, "Huh? I never thought about manually making one of these."
Indeed. This is part of your training. We seal the entrance all the way up, and then we burrow in from below. That way the creatures who attempt to enter are at a disadvantage, and we have the high grounds, should anything attempt to enter.
Last time we had something similar, we were surrounded by polar bears. I think they're called.
Their delightful flesh.
A little cold, but it was a nice way to wake up in the morning.
Here. Dig.
And Amber just takes the shovel and starts digging.
All right. It takes you a good 5 minutes to dig through the snow and up into the igloo itself. Inside it's dark. You can see because of your dark vision. She will come in behind you. Very well. It seems well made. Should there be a storm tonight, we will be even safer, as it will bury us within it. Come. Make yourselves comfortable. I have furs in my pack. And she will lay out a couple of furs on the snow.
Won't these get wet?
They're waxed.
Amber just kind of grunts and nods, and what he does, he takes off his hat, puts it in his haversack, and he takes off his winter coat, and he uses it as a jacket as he lays on the fur, as opposed to being, inside of it.
She removes her armor, revealing a simple tunic and pants.
Is she wearing plate?
Yes.
Aaron, look over. Isn't that awfully cold out here?
No. The gambeson protects me from the cold. And after all, I do not feel it anymore.
I suppose living your entire life out here, that would make sense.
She puts it in a very organized pile with everything in the order that it needs to be put back on.
Amer taps on his leather, I guess, chest piece, tunic, whatever exactly it is, and goes, part of the reason I sleep in this is it's not so bad to sleep in. If anyone gets the jump on me, I'm immediately ready to teach them the error of their ways.
Strange. Will you not be cold?
I got my jacket here. We're gonna find out.
You will be warmer should you remove your shirt. Trust me.
Amer kind of blanks, and he is getting taught, so he goes, "Oh, okay," and he stands up and
She stands up as well.
And he moves his chest piece, and
she will help you remove your shirt.
Amer's a little confused, but he's not letting it show, because again, this is far stoic Amer. This isn't excitable Amer.
Understood.
And he kind of grunts. He goes, "Well, it's not making me feel any warmer yet."
She removes hers, lays down to be spooned.
Well, that'll definitely keep us warm. And Amer's still 100% business here.
So she.
Yep.
And as night falls across the igloo, Amer, nothing happens as we fade to black.
As it shouldn't. Again, this is 100% business Amer. He would have been like,
100% business, her as well.
So this is where
Crucerius.
This is where Amer's background does not come into play very often.
Nope.
But this is one of the few times, especially when people are not here to see it, that he lets his actual persona out.
Right. So as you guys are generating body heat tonight beneath the furs, that's all that happens. She will sleep, and you can sleep if you choose to.
He'll trance.
Okay.
So that's one thing he's gonna find out here is if the Gloam sleep or trance.
Roll an insight check, Amer.
I mean, in the morning he's gonna ask too, but
Oh, okay.
I'll roll normal. I'll roll a normal one to see if he finds out. If he finds out, he's not gonna ask. But if he doesn't, he will ask.
With a 19, she is waiting for you to fall asleep because she is also trancing. But she is being deceptive about it.
Amer will be there for a little while, and he just kind of, again, he's not gonna let it go on for too long. He's like, we're both elves, right?
Yes.
We don't sleep.
Fine. But we will lay here And be warm.
for 4 hours, and then I want to get going.
We will not leave at night.
Oh, right. I forget nights in the city are oddly safer. They don't spend too much time sleeping in the wilderness.
Here in Utherg, even with the moon, the night is dangerous. Without it, we may rule, but it is still lethal.
Damon just kind of grunts in acknowledgement and sleeps, trances and whatnot.
Trances, rests, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So as we go ahead and have you guys rest for a long rest tonight, you guys all gain the benefits. No one's going to be disturbed tonight, except for Testudinidae, who has a bad dream, which we'll cover next week when he's here. Yeah. So come back next week for the next episode of the Spirit's End Fellowship as Testudinidae has a bad dream.